credits just ended. So welcome back. You guys are doing last minute prep before your heist, and I'm gonna let you guys just continue chatting about that while I set the scene up, because you've already said you are going to go into through the bottom pipes, right?
Yes, sewer tunnels.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start setting that map up. You guys feel free to continue chatting amongst yourselves.
So staying stealthy and getting an endo camera, that's something that we can absolutely try to get done. But I think we also need some stealthy weapons.
I pull out my silenced pistol, and then I pat my thigh where I've got bare knuckles. No, what are those things called?
Brass knuckles?
Brass knuckles.
That's one more thing to realize, is that even though we need the stealthy silence weapons and stuff for emergencies, aren't we supposed to be in and out with nobody knowing we were ever there?
I mean, that is the goal.
I know if stuff goes wrong, I get it.
If we do kill somebody, we carry them with us, or we put them in a spot where they can't be.
You are cutting in and out, Kizik. Not sure if it's push to talk related.
It is. I need to not be looking at PDFs while speaking.
Oh, goodness. Is that bad?
If I hover over top of the PDF, the operating system says clearly you're not trying to talk right now and pulls focus away from the fact that I have a button held down.
That's interesting.
Goodness gracious.
I mean, I thought you meant you turned your head, because if I move my head 6 inches to the right, you can't hear me. All right. So let me go over my notes real quick of what I took. My notes say hazmat suits. We need to talk about what credential duplicator actually means, which I think you were working on that. Flexi camera is not a problem. Odubs mentioned multi-tool and duct tape. You can totally have those. Lockpicking tools. Lockpicking tools is a wide category. It's everything from a bobby pin to an electronic lock breaker, with varying degrees of availability and expense. A lot of conversation that we probably didn't read. And I had talked to you offline about a small drone, which we didn't really talk about amongst the party. The silence is deafening, guys. What's going on?
What, Kizik?
Frantic control effing of PDFs. Sorry.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I don't need a teeny tiny drone. I think that overcomplicates things.
Okay. I kind of agree with you on that.
The panel hacking kit and security hacker, though, from the alpha guide, that's something that we want to get. Right,
No.
Kizik?
No.
No?
Nothing from that alpha guide has to do with the doors you're currently going through. I do really want you guys to read that thing cover to cover. What I don't want you to do, and I said this specifically when I handed it out, is flip straight to the gear page and say, I think I know what that does, and go buy gear, and then try to use it on a regular door. You have to read the guide to understand how those things work.
Okay. I was trying to read, and then we were talking.
Yeah, I know. That's why I pointed out that, because you did the very first thing that I did when I read that article, which is flip straight to the cool new toys, And you look at them and you're like, I know what that does. And then once you actually read the whole thing, you're like, I didn't know what that did. So
Yep. Panel hacking is just for hacking one part of a iris valve door.
That's why I'm a mechanic.
I think that's a mechanic roll. So the neurotoxin bullet is available. It does like killing damage, but I thought I had one I could give you that was basically, if you guys want, you can have like dart guns. If you want. Since you went all the way back home. And I was thought somebody might call that out. But yes, you're right. Killing guards is totally not on the table. You know, unless you're gonna drag them out. Hopefully, you don't have to do that. But if one happens to go to sleep on duty, and then be like, "Man, my shoulder hurts real bad," I just fell asleep at my post. Like, you know, that's a whole different thing.
Hell yeah.
4 dart guns, please.
Yeah. We're gonna
Sounds good.
We're gonna go ahead and hand wave that since I couldn't find the right thing. I know I said I wasn't going to, but I don't want to be digging through the books for an hour. I was trying really hard to avoid that. Let's get your tokens. Here we go. Holmes, Aiden, Homer. You're bringing Homer with you, right?
He's going to help us get back up. Maybe watch guard on the end of the tunnel.
Sure. Homer now.
Did we set up an exfil, like a shuttle coming picking us up later?
You did not, but up until you guys go into your entrance, I will allow you to continue prepping. Just try not to take forever doing it. Like,
Yeah, I think we just need to say that, hey, we got a shuttle to come pick us up at the end.
Not on the mountain, but on the village.
Yeah, down below, right? No, that's me. I'm lagging.
You're definitely lagging. Your ping has been in the red even when you've been idle pretty much this whole time. You are definitely having connectivity issues.
Let me kick my kids off the internet. Be right back.
Aw, poor childrens. They're gonna be so mad at Uncle Chris.
So I don't have a drone anymore.
You don't have it anymore, or you?
I'm not bringing that back out to go into a building with.
Okay.
Trying to set up my sheet for things that I have.
I appreciate that. You got extra points for it last time. You got extra points this time too, by the way. For like chatting in the Discord and trying to get everyone on the same page, even if they weren't listening.
My plan right now is to find a wire and to try to man in the middle, just monitor traffic for a while to figure out how their surveillance and security works, instead of sitting down at a security thing. And I have done the knowledge roll here to go. That's probably the least invasive way of doing things.
Okay.
Would a Protect suit, or would we be in all black, just skivvies?
So I'm assuming you're wearing hazmat suits. It's your outer layer.
Right, but I think we were going to strip them off once we got inside.
Yes, sorry. I got distracted because the music thing decided to go all Fields and Bambi on me. You guys can wear whatever you want underneath. It really won't matter because if you're seen, it won't matter what you're wearing. Just remember that like super heavy armor is, gonna not be as stealthy.
But can I wear cloth underneath my hazmat suit just so I have some armor once we get inside?
I don't mind, since the hazmat suits are really just for you getting guys in.
Yeah, it's like a flavor.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I don't mind. If you wanted to stack their DMs, then we'd have to have a talk. But
Oh yeah. No.
But if all you're doing is I just don't want to smell like poo, that's completely fine.
TN4. And I found the neurotoxin bullet.
Yep. It usually kills people. Today we're going to say it knocks people out. You can fire it from your silenced pistols, and it's just a dart.
How many of those fit in a cartridge, or are those a single load thing?
I'm going to say you can have a magazine of them, and you can swap them out just like bullets. You ever seen Triple X? There's like special colored bullets. That's kind of what I'm thinking. We're just going to do that today.
Tips.
Yeah. The way that it works, if you read the neurotoxin description, the baddie that gets hit with it, if they don't have a respirator or sealed suit, has to roll a very difficult 12 plus endurance check. Now, the damage 1d into the interval 1 round, blah, 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 is not how I'm going to do this. If you achieve a sneak attack and you fire and they fail that check, they're just going to be rendered unconscious. If they've seen you or are suspicious, then I'll roll it as it says there. Maintaining stealth and the element of surprise will be important. All right. Last call at the bar.
Can you copy this card here on Thodubs's?
Sure.
His silence pistol. I don't know where mine went. Thank you. Oh boy. There it goes.
Yeah. Your lag is for reals.
Oof.
You're sure you're not like downloading something in the background? Your PC?
Yeah, it's everybody else in my whole house.
Okay. That was the last call. Nobody said anything except for a copy of this card. So you guys get your plan and you're going up the poop chute. And Homer walks you really far out of the way and around this time. So you're not coming straight up the mountain. And it takes you a little while to get up here, but you find yourself at that pool of Oh, we just lost Kizik. Kizik. Ew. I feel like this is like a sign. Kizik's playing Tabletop Simulator. He must have rebooted.
Hello?
There we go. You're back. What happened?
I lost internet for 5 seconds.
Oh, but that doesn't happen. Your internet provider said so. Sorry, I just triggered Kizik. I'm sorry. Let's start over. So Homer's walked you guys around the long way around the mountain. You guys come up, it's snowing, it's cold, it's the same garbage you dealt with before, snow piranhas and everything else. And you get up here to the edge of this pool, having, finally made the trek up here. And you're all suited up in hazmat with all your special sauce ready to go. And Homer's like, so, am I going in with you or am I staying here? What's the deal? Or do you want me to go back?
I think you should come with us, Homer.
Okay.
So either come with us or stand
Are
guard.
you really sneaky, though?
Not at all. I mean,
Yeah,
if you're a bear or an
You're not
elk,
sneaky, Homer, I think.
You think you can stay out here for unseen, or you think you can make it back unseen?
I mean, I've been in and out of the perimeter several times. Just make myself a snow hut and wait for you guys.
Do that. We'll be back. You stay here.
10-4. I think that's a good idea. And he starts making himself a snow hut up against this rock face.
I
All right.
start putting on my
Well, we
hazmat
can-
suit.
Are we there yet, or we have to climb over there?
I mean, you do have to figure out how to get into the pipe. But if you put your hazmat suits on, this nauseous pool is only about waist deep.
Okay, so we know how deep it is then. Okay, I was wondering if we were going to put our hazmat suits on and, like, dip into the nothingness there.
And wade through it.
Wade into water.
You guys
We'll
get into the water, and you can feel the bubbles forming on the side of the hazmat suit as the corrosive chemicals come in contact with the side of the hazmat suit. It just bubbles like a soda on the side of your suit.
Oh, it's squishy.
Shake my hand a little bit. You remember spelunking with Pops?
Yeah.
We got to double time it, right? Got to time the flushes.
Holmes is doing the same thing with you guys. Holmes is going to be your silent partner until Rex shows up. Or, if he doesn't show up, then he's your silent partner anyway. Okay.
Something touched me.
That was Holmes. He's scared. So you get up to the grate. Once again, it's just got a simple latch. You guys pull it open. And you're looking down this deep maw of a pipe, which you've only seen through the drone feed of your camera before. How do you guys want to proceed? It smells bad, even through your hazmat suit. It's dark. It is about half filled with this green liquid.
We're definitely have to
Do
use
we
that
ever get this
flashlight,
stuff
right?
analyzed? Yeah. Turn the flashlight on.
Took too long.
Yeah, Holmes was going to do that, so I'm just going to say that he did do that. You don't want to get this stuff on your person in any way, shape, or form, but you can probably stay in the hazmat suit in it more or less indefinitely.
Go
Okay.
slow. Don't trigger any of those float valves.
Yeah, be careful not to rip your hazmat suit either. If there's anything sharp in there, like hanging.
They had chicken bones.
There you go.
Who's going first?
All right. I think the captain should go first.
Paper, scissors, shoot. I'll do it.
Shoot. Scissors.
I had rock. That means I win and I gotta go first. Oh, suck. Luca's going in first.
So, Luca, you click your flashlight on. Give me a perception check.
That's a 12.
Excellent. Okay, so you notice that there's two different types of valves here. They both do the same function you've already established that they do. So they're basically there to monitor to make sure that no blockages are in the pipes. The first valve is the float valve you saw the first time. And it is just a simple, like, floating thing that rides in the water. Then as you get closer, as you step inside, you see something the drone never really caught, which is the grating on the bottom of the pipe is designed to grind up debris. Basically, there's periodic grinders in the pipe that's meant to, like, sump pump. If you stepped in one, it would almost certainly chew you up and spit you out in a matter of seconds.
Hold up, guys. Don't step there. Are they, like, step overable, or we have to climb over them mobile?
If they were on dry land, you could certainly hop over them, but if you've ever tried to jump in water, you know that you're severely diminished in your ability to get through them. Doesn't mean you couldn't do it, but it would be very difficult. Also, if you trigger them, you don't know what that'll do for the system.
All right, who's got one of those
Might
ropes
flush
and a
us
magnet?
out.
I mean, it looks like it's going to chew us out, and maybe it'll just say, oh man, somebody's got to lay off of the fiber.
Well, that won't matter to the person who stepped in it because they'll be dead.
Yeah, that's me. I'd like to take one of the ropes with a little magnet and try to throw it up to the top and give us a way to climb it and jump over it.
Indiana Jones style. I really like that. Okay, so that's going to be an athletic strength check.
Da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da.
And we're taking our time.
You should probably take your time. It's good advice.
Yeah. Can I
that's
help
it.
my stupid brother?
I rolled a 9. I'm already across the first one, looking back at you.
Yep. You remember that old movie we saw?
I told you, it's just like spelunking.
I
with
love that
bobs.
guy's hat.
Right? All right.
Yeah, you're right.
So everybody give me checks. Holmes passes.
Can I help from the other side?
I'm already making it easier because you've already done it, but if you would rather give them a boost and they not get the help, it'll probably wash either
I
way.
rolled an 8.
Yeah.
11 here.
Okay. You're all across. So this is I'm only gonna make you roll for it the one time, but there are 3 or 4 of these things and you have to do it each time. You eventually find yourself at the base ladder of the pipe that goes straight up. The water has risen and is slightly deeper here. It's almost up to your armpits.
Ugh.
Gross.
So let's start climbing the ladder.
Can I look up, make sure there's no other things that are going to get us there?
Sure, give me a perception check.
That's a 13.
Awesome. Okay, so the only security you think that you can see is it looks like there is some sort of electronic lock blinking on the panel that where your drone stopped, where you didn't go any further, that lets out the top. That's the only thing you can really see.
All right, guys, let's go. I try to wire dry off my hands and feet. Or I guess I climb up a couple and I'm trying to get my feet a little bit less poop covered.
Okay. I heard Ghost say he was going up first. Is that the order you're going in?
I think I went to go up first and then realized that I have no idea how to pick that lock up top. I'm going to let my brother go up first.
How wise. Okay. All right. Prepare for map transition. I'm on the wrong side of the table.
Luca, I think you should go up first. And yeah, thanks for cleaning off your boots. I don't want to touch.
Poop
got
coming
gloves
down.
on still though.
Uh,
Don't look up. Ugh.
All right. So my first question is: you get to the pipe, the top, and there's an electronic keypad that is requesting a code and a token. It looks like the token size that normally looks for is about the size of a D6 and is some sort of 4-pronged pin on the back.
Is that a common thing that we would have?
No.
Okay. This is a unique
this is
token
what
type thing.
yeah, this is why your conversation about the duplicator was me and you talked about on Friday how they would have bespoke hardware and multiple factor authentication.
Also, still would have tried to like come up with the best plan. Didn't know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh,
Luca, I got this data wafer with it's like a key or something.
Are you talking about the day code data wafer?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not for this. That was for the patrols in the woods.
Oh, okay.
So that's actually trash now.
Oh, okay. It's locked. I can't pick it up.
Not locked. You're just lagging.
All right, so the best way to get past this is to bypass it completely altogether, not try to actively say, "Hey, we're here."
Okay. So you're in the top rung of this ladder, and how are you going to accomplish this? You going to like unscrew the panel and try to hotwire it, or are you going to
Yep.
try
So
to?
I'm now unzipping. I am bottom half still in the hazmat suit, top half out of the hazmat suit, so I have better dexterity with my hands. And I'm now going to unwire the so you said it's a touch panel. I'm gonna pop the panel off of that so I can get to the wires behind it.
Okay. So you start unscrewing this panel. Give me either a average mechanics or a hard perception. I should do it.
I hold the flashlight for him.
I mean,
Just like Dad made me used to do.
yeah, while hanging vertically on the ladder underneath him, you're just going to reach up through his groin and grab the flashlight. I'm going to let you do it just because it's awkward and funny.
We're brothers.
I'm facing the ladder. He's crawled on the back side of the ladder, and we're kind of spooning front to front. Did he give me a boost for that?
Yeah.
That's 3 3s, but I have a 1 in mechanics and a 1 in education, so that's an 8. That's an average mechanics.
Excellent. So you pull the panel off and you almost, like you're within maybe a quarter of an inch of pulling the ribbon cable that's attached to the front panel loose, not realizing that there's a safety cable in there, and your brother sees it and gets you to stop. You realize that there's a tamper protection on the panel, but you've gotten the panel off enough that you can get in there. You just have to be very careful not to remove that ribbon cable.
Yeah, we're fighting gravity too. All right, be very still. Hold that right here. This is the hot. This is the cold. I'm just going to send the signal to the hot that this should be opened now.
You can try and invert the motor, the electric motor signals.
Correct.
Okay. Give me another mechanics check.
He's still boosting me, holding that thing still.
Sure, he's got the
Yeah, man, I got this.
He's got the flashlight held where it needs to be in the panels in his teeth.
That's a 10.
Oh, yeah. Not only are you able to reverse it, but it starts to squeak and you are able to feather the voltage enough to make it open slowly enough that it doesn't like totally make a loud noise. And you guys pop out of an emergency hatch in what appears to be a water recycling and sanitation room. Let's see where you guys at. Here we go. Aiden, Boaz, Luca, and Holmes. Holmes is bringing up the rear. Aiden's the third down. As you come up into this room, there's nothing but occasional, like, soft emergency maintenance lights. There are grates all along the wall in front of you, but no obvious door. The grates are bolted on, and it looks like this room is one of those rooms that, unless something really goes wrong, they never had any intention of opening up this room.
And so we got our flashlights off. We're looking around. Do we see any cameras?
Roll a perception check.
Just him or everybody?
Everybody can roll it.
That's a 7. I'm worried about making everybody in and getting clothes off.
I got a 12.
I was about to ask if anyone got a 12. Thodubs, what'd you get?
An 8.
Okay, well, Thodub sees that there are no cameras in here, and he's obviously walking around doing a check for that. Taylor starts to do that and then stops at one of the grates and points quietly because you guys are being stealthily to marks where obviously there's like a wrench and bolt set up on this grate, where that grate is in essence the door. When they have to come in here, they loosen this grate. And it is made to open and close. There also happens to be a handy dandy wrench for those bolts hanging on the wall next to it.
I sign with hand signals over to the wrench, and I go and put my ear up to it, up to the door.
Okay, this grate has bigger holes than the rest, so it is just a grate. Like you can see right through it. The holes in this grate are the size of your fist. You could probably even reach your arm all the way through one of the holes if you wanted to. And it allows you to kind of look inside this dimly lit room here. Give me a perception check.
I can't see anything on the map except these two silos.
Is anyone else having
Does
any
anybody
loading
else have
issue?
that problem? Or
You've been having loading issues since you came in.
I can see
yeah,
a couple.
I see
of
the
things.
security guy.
No, I can see there's a fence here, and I think I can see everything. I don't see. Yeah, looks fine to me.
This might be an elevator.
Yep, that's an
Looks
elevator.
like a
Oh,
Yeah.
couple of generators.
all right.
Okay, you could flip to watching the
I'll be right
stream
back.
if you want.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
I don't think that it might be Tabletop Simulator, but I don't think that it is. I mean, Tabletop Simulator is a gift that keeps on giving, but I think what it is he's having, because I keep seeing his ping go up to 900. That's probably what it is. But we're not talking shit about Tabletop Simulator. We love you, Tabletop Simulator. Nobody does what you do. You don't need to be angry with us.
Oh, I see stuff now.
I was about to say, your ping just dropped all the way back down and you loaded in super fast. So apparently, all you have to do is tell Tabletop Simulator how much you love it, and then it, forgives you.
You're a good little app, aren't you?
Yeah. I may have lied. You went up to
One
300.
day, hopefully, we'll be. All right, yeah, I see stuff now. There's
Cool.
vats.
If you passed your perception check, you totally see that guard.
Oh, through the grating. Okay,
Yeah,
I
yes,
gotcha.
through the grating.
I hand signal one guard patrol up ahead, and then motion to the wrench on the grate, and nod.
Is he gonna?
Okay, I go to the wrench, and
Pick up the wrench.
we gotta open the grate first.
Should we get out of our suits?
Oh yeah, this is a good place to do it.
Also,
yeah, like behind
That's
these
true. All right.
behind these bins or something like that. Like drop off our suits or someplace hidden.
you need the wrench to open the grate. Also, we have a wrench card somewhere. And I want this.
Hey, wrench.
Hey, that
Alright,
looks
so we
familiar.
can strip our hazmat suits,
Hmm?
save them here, and I will use the wrench quietly to open the door grate.
Okay. So, because this one's been used, it's actually kind of well oiled. But nonetheless, go ahead and give me either a mechanics or a stealth check. Either one will do.
Luca is reaching through.
My
Trying to
mechanics
catch-
will be way better. I rolled a 9 plus 2 mechanics, and then, oops, 2 intellect.
You could have also used dexterity there if it was better for you, but you passed severely anyway.
It's not.
So you get that grate completely off like a pro. You even keep it from scraping on the ground, like you man lift it into position, and it's completely out of the way now. But while
I'm a
you,
louver mover.
but while you have done that, that has occupied your time and taken a bunch of strength out of you. So it'd probably be best if someone else moved forward now. Don't everybody jump at once.
Luca and Taylor take a step back and look to Holmes.
Holmes?
Look to Aiden, sorry.
Nope, I'll go ahead and go in.
Okay. So you're going to... what is your intention here? You step into the room. It's pretty dimly lit in here. As you look around, there's a bunch of different machinery humming. Out in the right-hand corner, you see what looks like a gigantic air vent. I couldn't quite make it big enough for size, but this is blatantly the cooling mechanism for the entire building. And it's making a lot of noise and moving so much air that you're like, it's moving so much air that your footsteps can't be heard. It sounds like there's like a gale force wind going on in here.
All right, nice. So I'm just going to kind of hang out around these area right here. I kind of want to keep my eye on the guard, find out where he's traveling to, and kind of still be able to look and see all the different things that are going on from here and what kind of room we're looking at.
Okay. You are hiding behind what appears to be a water tank where the recycled water goes. There are two boilers that you think are providing heat here and here. These things, you're not sure what they do, but they're pumping something. And then there are more grates like the one you just came out of along this wall going to another area that was probably not meant to be accessed unless there was an emergency.
Okay. Do I see any type of way out of this room?
Yes, there's a huge elevator in the middle of it.
So the elevators to, again, go up, and that's the only way out. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
I would caution you strongly against the statement you just made of that's the only way out.
Okay. Well, that's why I'm looking for any other way. So I'm looking for other ways besides just the elevator. We talked about we were able to see these grates here that go into this other room, looks like. Want to see if there's anything else along the walls, any other doors or anything like that.
I mean, if you're looking for a way that you're designed to go through, the elevator is the only way out. But there are other ways out that you are not designed to go through. You came in a way that is not a entrance or exit, but it's totally an entrance or exit. I'm not going to spell it out unless you go explore and try to do things.
Okay. So I'm actually gonna, so if it's been my turn, I'm gonna I already did my checking around here. I'm gonna kind of take off around this area right here. Whoops. I kind of want to continue to check things out around this area as well. Get closer view.
Okay. Do you signal it all to your friends?
Yes, absolutely. So while I'm walking from here to there, I kind of, follow me type thing.
Okay. You get over here. This is definitely a boiler or furnace of some kind. It's generating a ton of heat, and it's pumping air up a duct that goes through the ceiling. This thing here, it's letting off a hum like a gasoline generator, but it might be a pump. It's hard to tell with all the pipes coming in and out of it. Still not sure what that is. And this thing's still producing a shit ton of 10-mile-an-hour winds in a building.
I probably need to get closer to see that, but is that kind of potentially our basically our steam coming out the top of the mountain?
It's the right size.
It is the right size. Gotcha. Okay. So I was able to tell from scale here. So it is the right size. That's probably what's going on there. Okay.
Is the guard moving around at all?
A little bit. He's shuffling. He's intermittently playing around on a small electronic pad. He looks bored out of his mind. But you can't really hear a whole lot. You have to peek your head around and look at him because the wind is so loud. If you look very closely, I won't make you roll for it, but if you look very closely, you'll notice that he's got headphones of some type on, probably because of the noise from the wind, which, as you are down here more, you realize is absolutely, in our world, would be a PPE issue. because it's loud. Like it's heinously loud in here.
I'm seeing if I had anything to stuff my ears with, but I don't. Okay. Do we want to take that security guard out? Or just try to...
Are we
on?
positive that he's the only one here?
Well, we can scope things out more. That's a good idea.
I think it's probably really noisy in here. We're probably gonna have a hard time using our comms. I would be willing to bet. So we probably have to use direct sight and hand signals or something.
I mean, we're not going to take that elevator up, right?
Well, I just think we're going to take a better look at this room and find out everything we can learn about the room before we decide to either do something with the guard or something with the elevator. But either way, just learn as much as we can first.
Is there a ladder up? Like, I know about the elevator, but
There's
probably a maintenance ladder, right?
there's no visible ladder that you can see from the position that you're in.
Okay, track it. Let's, I'm gonna follow Aiden then. He told me to follow him anyway.
Okay. You catch up to him, you see all the same things he saw. If you guys want to further investigate any of this equipment, just let me know.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is coolant for the servers or something, right? Can I check that out? And
Absolutely.
guess?
Go ahead and give me a mechanics roll on that.
$12 total. I rolled an 8 plus 4.
Excellent. This appears to be circulating water for various different purposes, but it's not just cooling. It appears that this is the main pump for all of the water in the facility, and several of the pipes lead straight into the cooling tower, which when the water needs to be cooled, it is rushing it up to the top of the tower so they can be outside and then bringing it back down.
Okay. These big ass pumps.
Yep. But in your
These
mind,
things are loud too.
that everything in here is stupidly loud. I will say that if these were just cooling servers, there's so much cooling here that there'd have to be like 2 acres worth of servers.
Luca's going to catch
Okay.
up. Luca has some tissues that he stuffed in his ears, and he catches up with Taylor, and he points to his tissues and points to his ears.
Yeah, I nod. I come over and get tissue stuffed in my ears. Oh, better. Mop.
Then I point to the big thing, and I point up, and I do like a little climby thing.
Okay, that's a really good idea. I need to take 5. Sorry to do this so early, but I gotta pee, man.
So won't that take us out? If we climb that, it'll take us all the way to the top, right?
Or to whatever's right above us. I mean,
Oh,
the
you
other
think,
thing.
okay, we could maybe.
The other thing had a bunch of different ways in and out.
So is this kind of like the basement that we're in right now, like the basement boiler room? And of course, this is going to go all the way up the whole length of the or the whole height of the mountain, right?
If that's just like
So yeah, floor
central
4 is
AC.
support.
I kind of agree. There's got to be something else as far as
So
like, I mean,
floor
can't you just
3
have a...
directly above us.
Oh, go ahead.
I point back to
Oh,
the
well,
other wall. Too.
there's the computer bank. Yeah, that's true.
I didn't look to see if we have Wi-Fi. I mean, if that guy's playing a game, he might be on Wi-Fi.
Very, very true.
When pointing to that guy, I'm gonna say like, I'm going to say look for some kind of token, and I show you like a small square thing with a bunch of different things sticking out of it. Like that's the thing we need to get into different things. And you're all just going to nod along. Those were all computer
Okay.
words. You guys know that, right?
All right, sorry about that. I returned. So those are giant pumps.
So-
They're moving a bunch of water.
What I'm hearing though is, right? I think
Your ping just went through the roof, and I'm only getting every third word.
bummer.
Are there any types of lockers around here or anything like that that might have like different types of outfits that we could use where we might blend in with the personnel here?
No.
Have we
Sorry.
not searched for those yet?
It's not about searching. This is blatantly an industrial machinery area. It's not meant to be inhabited unless there's an issue. This is the equivalent of the boiler room at our office.
Is there Wi-Fi here?
You can do an electronics check to check for Wi-Fi if you want. Ghost, you want to try again? Your ping came back down.
My brother said something about needing a key, so I'm thinking about taking out the security guard for his keys. But I'm not going to act rashly until I've discussed it with my group.
It's a good idea. You guys may have to send text messages back and forth over your point-to-points.
I'm looking at my phone.
You want me to kill...
We should wait for like some kind of security change. That would guarantee we have the most amount of time with his thing. Also, I'm going to check to see if there's Wi-Fi here.
Okay. You can check for Wi-Fi. Hey, Thodubs, give me a intelligence check. Just a straight intelligence check.
Got a just straight intelligence is a 10.
Wow. You're really smart. Okay, so that's good. Since you brought it up, there is a problem with your whole I'm going to grab a suit and blend in with the staff thing. They haven't changed the shift. The people in this facility have been the same crew for the last 3 months. You know they're about to change, but they haven't. So there is no pretending to be part of the staff. Everybody knows everybody. They're going to instantly know you're outsiders if they see you, unless you can somehow take one of their faces.
Nope, that's right. No face-off situations, I take it.
Yeah.
So, okay, I got you.
And I gave you the role for it partially because when you guys were doing the interview, I really strongly hinted at that. But it's been, a month since you guys have had that session? 2 months?
It's been a while, but I do remember you saying it, though. Now that you said it, they have they kind of switch out their crew every few months, so I do remember. Copy.
Is this electronics comms?
This is electronics comms.
I got a 13.
Excellent. Someone's running a pirate Wi-Fi in their bunk. Though you're looking at this facility and you're like, oh man, they're super locked down and it's all blocked signals from the outside, and then there's something like a SSID from a device that doesn't have a name. And as you break into it, it's like one of the little generic tablets that everybody uses for entertainment/business purposes.
Oh, they've got a StarCraft 2 server.
Yeah. They're running it in the bunk room.
Is this all shaded over here
There is very little light in here except
along
for
this path?
Yeah, there's very little light in here except for emergency lighting. That's why I haven't asked for too many stealth rolls yet. You want to get closer to the vent?
I do. I want to check it out to see if there's like a door on it.
It's even easier access. So you see how it's all up on stilts? Like I said, this isn't an exact model, but in essence, those stilts do exist. It is much bigger than it appears to be. So where you're standing right now, you'd actually be underneath it. And as you look up, you can see outside through many, many, many spinning blades of death. You can see the outside. And there are many side tunnels coming in and out for taking air in and out and pipes in and out. But this shaft absolutely is the one that comes out the top, and you can see the light of day through the top.
There a ladder up through it in the middle?
There are rungs cut into the side that were blatantly used for the initial building of the shaft. It is not the safest thing you've ever seen, but you could climb it.
I'm afraid of fights. Okay.
Yeah, me too.
How far away is the first blade?
The first blade appears to be right above. So right before the access ways that go to the next floor is where that looks like. Like you can see the ceiling in the room, and you can see where the blade is, and you're guessing that the blade is right at ceiling level in here. And she's moving pretty good, but there's also a lot of other blades up there.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna move back and tell my brother about my recon. We should get Aiden in Holmes.
He's like,
all right, this is a possibility.
Like,
we might be able to.
Go ahead.
We might be able to go up through the vent. A couple of stories. Everything in there seems like it's tunneled out through the floors, so we might be able to sneakily get that way, but we'll have to stop some spinning blades.
Sneakily stop spinning blades. Question mark, you see on your text.
Oh, yeah, because if we stop the fans, maybe alarms will go off, right?
Yeah, that's possible.
What if we only stop them temporarily?
Maybe even slow them down.
think-
Not completely stop them, but slow them down just enough for us to get through.
Yeah, you think you could hack them so that... Yeah, perfect. Fan speed controls have got to be down here somewhere.
Did you see a computer when you were over there?
Nah, I was looking for a way up. We can go back over there and check.
I'm gonna say that you would have seen control panels at various intervals. That doesn't mean that it does exactly what you want it to do, but there would have been electronics and junction panels and all sorts of shit. This is a maintenance shaft that goes the length of the facility. So, I mean, you know how lazy people putting buildings together can get. Now they have this giant conduit that goes through the building, so obviously they're going to route everything through it, so they don't have to make another hole.
Yeah, they just drilled one side through the other side and ran a Cat 5 cable. All the way through the HVAC system.
Nobody's ever done that. We've never found that before.
So I see one of two options here. We can take the guard out and hope that he's got some key fob thing and we can ride the elevator and that's not stealthy. Or we can stick to the vent, maybe move up and down this thing stealthy. We're going to have to take out some blades. I
Now,
can
what
try
happens
to
if we-
mechanic some blades.
What happens if we do that knockout stuff with our guns and just kind of knock him out, make him feel like he's just sleepy, and have him go to bed or something like that, and then search his body? He just doesn't have any wiser that we knocked him out or anything. What do you think about that? Best of both
I
worlds.
think Kissick earlier he said something about patrol change. Like we could wait here until patrol change and get that next guard at the very start of his patrol. But unless you want to wait and do that, I don't know if it's worth the risk. Because if he gets knocked out, I just don't want any alarm being raised if we can help it.
All right, copy that. Is there any other way up that fan tube or anything like that that doesn't involve us going in between the blades of death?
No, they go wall to wall.
Doesn't seem like it.
So blades of death or elevator?
Or that other.
No,
grid
it's
over
stealthy or
there.
non-stealthy.
You know, look at the other room, or are you
We
ready to
can
go?
check that out. Yeah. Let's check everything out. More information, the better.
Yeah. Back across.
Okay. You guys are sticking to the outside wall still?
Yes.
Close, but no cigar.
We're like rats.
So he needed a 12 to see you, and he got an 11. So it was closer than I thought it was going to be. That's why you have to roll every time. So you guys get up to the door, unseen. Or Taylor gets up to the door, unseen, depending on who's doing it. The door is not locked. There is no electronic lock on it. It seems to be just a door. It's actually kind of like the grate you just had. They just put a latch on it. As you open it, there's a huge humming
No
bit.
wrench needed.
No wrench needed. It's the same kind of thing, but they've just they obviously have had to open this one a few times and got tired of doing it. So as you open it up, I will accept any type of engineering or mechanics check to discern what this machinery in front of you is.
Okay. Seems easy enough.
I'll go for an assist on
I got an
that if
11.
anybody's doing it. I guess not. Okay.
All right, it's a geothermal power plant. And as you're looking at it, you realize that this mountain, while it's not an active volcano in any way, shape, or form, probably does have some sort of caldera beneath it that's powering this thing, which is powering the whole facility. More specifically, this power generator is insanely powerful. Like it could generate enough for 2 starships easily.
That's very interesting.
Seems overkill.
I bet the yeah. It's a lot of power.
Is there an exit up there?
This comms. Oh, I don't see one.
No, there's no. It's power conduits that go up and down, and they are way too small for you to fit into. What was your other comment, Ghost?
Oh, I said that I didn't see one. A way to get up.
Oh.
But this is a lot of power for a server
It's a lot of power for a bunker.
farm, right? It's just comms.
Well, it's if you're sitting here and thinking about it, it's once again you saw that huge pumping station. Now you see this. Okay? It's not that a server farm couldn't use that much power. It's that it would have to be acres of server farm, or if you want to roll an intelligence check, I'll let you have an insight moment, or you can spend some player points. Either way, y'all got tons of player points.
Or just high tech?
Some of us have more than others.
Oh yeah, I'll spend
I
a
got
player
double
point.
fives though.
Okay. Well, you don't need to spend player points. Someone rolled 10. So they have to shoot a laser antenna into space to do massive uploads, and it's probably that this thing tries to upload and download at such insane speeds that the server farm and everything else and the cooling and like at its peak, it probably is drawing this much power because it's communicating with something in orbit and it's trying to move data super, super, super fast, and that takes a lot of power. which
Pew
means
pew lasers.
means there almost certainly is some sort of giant laser communication array somewhere that you guys didn't find.
You say pew pew lasers, and I'm talking about bandwidth and like total throughput, and the fact that that's happening like securely through just lasers. Oh my! Do you know how exciting that is?
Pew 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 pew.
Yeah. Yep. So spinning blades of death.
Yeah, I think that's the way up.
All right, Blades of Death. Let's do it.
Are there any
Sneaky,
like
sneaky,
wiring
sneaky.
modules on the security thing, or not the security, but the power plant thing?
I mean, yeah, there's wiring. There's all sorts of wiring going in and out. What do you mean?
No, like this one goes to the server farm. This one goes to the first floor. This
Oh.
like a
Yeah, there's definitely labels. And yeah, I'd say that almost 50% of them go to server farm and communications. Actually, more than probably more like 75% of them go to rooms that are labeled server farms A and B, and then one of them is labeled communications array, and the one for communications array has just as much power as the server farms do.
And does it by chance give us any information as far as what level they may be on in the base?
No, but I did already give you that information.
Oh, okay.
And I happen to know that Ghost wrote it down.
are there anything here that we didn't expect to see?
Other than the size of some of this machinery? No, probably not.
Cool. Rats to the walls.
Also, I just got a message from
Sneaky,
Ronan.
sneaky.
He's 15 minutes out.
All right, we're gonna make him go into the blade first.
You remember playing night dodgeball with Dad?
Yeah, that's all you want to do is get him so that he like gets into the map, and then you can be like, so you need to roll a character. Sorry.
Have you ever played Frogger? It ended like that.
But you slowed it down enough for us to get through.
You remember? Did you ever go to that old Flash site like Frog in a Blender? You got to no, okay. That's how old I am.
That's insight, bud.
That kind of shit was on the internet.
All right, so you get down to the base of this. Oh, I need to roll for him again because you guys went back across the whole room. Nope. He might be watching porn. You're not sure.
It was a Flash game. Oh,
Is there any way you could hack into his? You said there's a wireless signal around here doing some StarCraft type stuff. Is there by chance any information that you can connect from or get it from the connected computers regarding the shift change?
Like, I think the games are going to end in 20 minutes. No, he's not playing StarCraft.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if we can find out when the staff change was going to happen.
I mean, either we wait and have our ears get damaged by this wind, or we climb on up. I mean, he's guarding the basement. He doesn't have a good security code. Plus, are his pants down? No, don't think about it. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm
that
not
ain't
trying
Fruit
to.
Ninja. I'm gonna climb up into the vent.
Okay. So it's the same deal where embedded in the side of the tunnel, there's rungs cut out, so it's a little bit different style of a ladder than you were dealing with last time. They're also roughly cut. They were only kind of here for construction. You get all the way up to where the blade is, and you see your first issue is there's definitely a control panel on the blade, but it's on the center axis of the blade. Like there's 3 support spars that meet in the middle and hold the axis of the blade. And the control panel's in the middle, meaning really far away from where you are at the ladder.
Like 6 foot.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and say 6 feet. That would make the diameter of the blade 12, right? 12 feet. Yeah, that seems right.
Yeah.
Honestly, it probably is a little bit bigger than that, but let's make it 6.
15.
Yeah.
And then it's a 30-foot blade.
Is there only one shaft, or are we like each on one side of the 12-foot?
There's only one ladder. There's one shaft, but there's only one ladder. Like, it's one really big shaft. And there's one ladder that goes up the side. There's all sorts of electronic junction boxes and coolant pipes and shit, as I've mentioned a couple times.
How fast is the blade spinning?
15 miles an hour, maybe 10. It's not fast enough to just like saw blade you, but it is way faster than you probably want it to be going if you're trying to climb the ladder in between the cycles. It's also got multiple blades. We're going to say 4.
Oh, so like a turbine instead of like a computer fan?
It's designed to move air, so it is sort of designed like a computer fan. But the difference between a turbine and a computer fan is, in this context, somewhat marginal. I mean, their purposes are different, but
I mean, do you want to try to make a rope net to get to the center? Or you want to try to ride that sucker, magneted it to the bottom to climb to the middle?
I'm gonna go ahead because Ronan isn't here yet and be a dick, and also I think it'll be cool. Ronan's like, I'm pretty sure with the magnet rope things you got, I can just get on the bottom of this girder and hang underneath it and shimmy to the middle. And if you give me a computer stick, I can, give you access.
Oh yeah, let's do that. That puts him in a very bad position.
I'm a dick.
So you're hanging upside down, Mission Impossible style, underneath a spinning blade.
He rolled a 9. He's totally gonna make it.
Look at him go!
So we're gonna go with that happens, and Holmes is like totally Mission Impossible style. He's taken one of the magnets and rope and made a harness, and he shimmied his way underneath one of these big steel I-beams holding the axle in place. He is a good 13, 14 feet off of the concrete beneath him. And he's actually probably more than that, because this room's probably double tall because all the machinery. It's probably like more like 30 feet off the ground. And he's now trying to... So we can do this one of two ways. Either Kizik can try to program a stick that he just plugs in and it slows the fan down so you guys can scramble through it. Or you can try to give him like a Bluetooth dongle and he can try to give you a remote connection to it. Both of them have risks associated.
I think the risk of a Bluetooth dongle that I can turn on and off is better than the risk of just a one-time thing.
Okay. So he grabs the Bluetooth dongle that you usually use for your earpiece, and since you guys can't use those anyway right now, he plugs his Bluetooth dongle for the earpiece into the side of this control panel. You now have remote access to the control panel.
I run that through my computer's intrusion, and I write a thing to try to slow it down.
Okay, so one step at a time. Let's do the intrusion first. Give me a computer's check to gain access to the privileged directories.
That's 2 1s.
Okay. See, this is why we roll. So it turns out that whoever was hardening this system did follow the instructions, and all of the external USBs are disabled. And you realize that in order to do this properly, you might need physical access to the panel. Or you can try to walk Holmes through it. God, this would be a perfect time for him to poop in the chat.
Holmes, you there?
He's not. It would be so funny, though.
All right, so I got to make one of those harness things, and he's already out there. Oh, fuck. All right.
Let me do something real quick. Just want to give you an idea what we're looking at here. It's not going to be pretty. Let me make this a different color so it makes a little bit more sense. So, you've got blades that are coming out, and they're the orange things, right? But then you've also got... Let me pick yellow. You've also got 3 girders that come out that are supporting the center spar. That didn't work. They're coming out kind of like that. I said it wouldn't be pretty. And then let's go with green for the ladder. The ladder comes up right next to one of those central spars. Goes the length from top to bottom. So everybody see that? That look good for you? I mean, it's an ugly drawing.
That's fantastic.
But,
No, it makes sense to me.
So Holmes is shimmied out underneath this platform. And if you want to like shimmy up behind him, he's going to have to move himself like further along. He can do it though.
Or I could tell him, hey, oh no, he's not responding. He took his earpiece out.
Yeah, he used his earpiece, his Bluetooth earpiece thing, which it's really hard to talk. Like you can text back and forth, but it's really hard to talk in this shaft because this is where that noise is coming from. And it's like being in the eye of a hurricane in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna, like, he's looking back because he's hanging upside down. I'm gonna point a little bit further, and I'm gonna start harnessing up and head it out there.
Excellent. Give me a athletic strength check.
Does a 6 cut it?
So with a 6, I meant to ask you guys this. Would you like to go to the dedicated luck system that Traveler has? So if we do, your luck scores would all be set to 0. And the way that I would do this is I would say, when I say you want to roll luck, you would have to roll an 8+ to pass, but you can spend player points to bump your scores up to +3. Or we can just go back to doing it the percentage-wise with the 100-sided dice that we have been doing it. It's something I've been thinking about for a while, but there is a luck mechanic in this game. And it gives you an opportunity to spend your player points to help yourself.
I'd like to spend some player points to not fall to my death.
That'd be a good idea, huh?
I mean, it's still technically possible for you to fall to your death, but it makes it... You do have enough points to give yourself the maximum bonus. Is everyone else good with this?
Yeah, I'm good.
Sure.
Okay. So, your luck scores on your sheet probably says -3, but that is 0. Go ahead and do your luck roll. So it's 2d6 with an 8 to pass, and you can spend up to 3 player points to bump your score if you would like, or if you need to. And you can do it after you roll. You don't have to do it ahead of time.
To bump my luck?
Yeah, so basically, if you need an 8 and you roll a 5, you can spend 3 player points to make it an 8.
What if I rolled an 11?
Then you don't need to spend any player points. So what ends up happening is with your 6, you do lose your grip, but you're tied into a rope that's attached to a magnet. And lucky for you, either through foresight or dumb luck, you made the rope only 6 feet long. So when you come to the end of the tether, you're still way above the ground. You're just kind of hanging underneath this magnet.
Oh, my head snaps back, and I, as these fans are
Luca.
still whizzing along. You just watched your brother drop 6 straight feet, magnet held, and I start swinging to get back up to the underneath part. Oh, no,
Trying to
I got
help
the
him at all?
things.
So 6 feet's long enough that you could swing back to the ladder if you wanted.
I can't try to get enough momentum to make it to the center.
Oh, no, you can do either way. You can totally try that. That's another athletics roll.
Is that more dexterous than strength based?
I will accept that argument.
That's a 7 plus 2 is a 9.
Excellent. So, I'm going to say you have another magnet in your pouch since you were the one that thought to bring them. And basically, you swing yourself enough that you're able to just basically take that magnet with a handle and reach up and pull yourself like it. You get close enough, and then the magnetism kicks in, and you skyrocket up to the center part where the fan is.
Good done. Okay, cool. So USBs aren't there. Is there some kind of interface on this?
There is an interface. You see, let me roll for Holmes again, because he's going to see the predicament you're in. And he is going to try to shimmy past you to go back to where your original magnet was so he can untether you from the other side, so you're not stuck on between two tethers. There is a manual user interface with just a numerical keypad and a very, very generic, think of the air handler interfaces that we have at work. Very, very generic interface. But it does have like stats of like temperature and, you know, all the other alarm stuff that goes with it. And then there's the USB thing on the outside. And then there is a part of the panel that's covered by a black metal panel that has 4 security nut screws in it. So they're the kind of screws that have that goo in it that when you screw them down, they glue themselves in place.
So I gotta either figure out the system that they're using to slow it down, or I gotta break those security nut screws.
You're pretty sure looking at the mechanism, I'll just give you this for free, that if you do break the security nut screws, you're going to be into the physical mechanical mechanism of the fan. Like where the electric motor and everything is.
Yeah, then I could just like jumper it a little bit and slow it down because it's just not using the same amount of power.
Ghost wants to help you, but he's busy making my drawing so pretty that I'm going to feel bad when I have to erase it.
No, don't feel bad. I'm still by the ladder, though. I can't reach him.
Yes.
I got a texter thing. So it's like, hey, if I open this thing up and I see the electronics, what kind of mechanics things can I do?
You can change the voltage to the fan motor, lower it so that the fan slows down.
Is that going to trigger a bunch of alarms?
Not if we speed it back up later.
Could I do a thing that I can remotely trigger to do that?
Put it on a timer.
Timer it down, timer it back up. But that's all like mechanical. That's not computerized.
I mean, if you're getting into the fan motor, yeah, it's going to be hard to do.
Or I could try to like reset it and boot to the USB stick. I don't know.
You
what do
could
think?
drain the motor of lubricant. It's got valves and stuff on it for grease fittings. You can drain it all. It becomes slower mechanically, but like it would break eventually, grind down. Also not guaranteed.
From the outside panel, do I have like a plus minus for speed, or is it just giving me readouts of how temperature is working?
So there is a menu button, and if you press it, it asks for a 4-digit PIN code. So there are definitely settings that could be manipulated, but you have to have a passcode. Beyond that, it's just displaying its current speed, the temperature in the room, RPM, stuff like that. It also seems to have tolerance levels. So you do know that if it slows down for a certain amount of time, it is going to trigger an alarm. It's not going to necessarily say there's people in there. It's just going to say, hey, fan 4 got below its RPM for 10 seconds.
All right, I think I'm going to try to get those nuts off, the security nuts.
Okay. What kind of tools do you have on your belt? I didn't ask. I know we said multi-tools.
Yeah, I mean, I think I got a thing that would splice wires so I could get that. I think I would have like a little powered screwdriver mainly for getting into computers, though.
Okay. Would you have drill bits for the drill?
Could a player point mean I would have thought to put drill bits in there?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I got some drill bits.
Okay. So you could drill these bolts if you want. I mean, it'll become pretty obvious to anyone who came afterwards that they got drilled. But I mean, it's a very low impact thing, but it is also a thing that like the next person that comes in has to do maintenance on this panel is gonna be like, that's not natural. Just keeping that in mind.
Hey, you guys got any other ideas? I think I'm going to drill them.
I think at this point, yeah, that might be our best bet.
Yeah, I'd go for it.
They've got Loctite on them, but there's no way around that.
We got some free spray to spray in there.
I'm sure you've got some canned air in your kit. It's a mechanics check to drill them out.
Upside down, region in.
Mhm.
7 + 1 + 1 is a 9.
I'm still going to call that a pass. I was thinking about making it more difficult because you were hanging underneath it, but you did a lot of prep.
I could use dexterity, though. Then that is a 10.
Okay, but either way, I was going to let it be an 8. Because, you did a lot of prep and you thought it out really well. So you drill these things one at a time. You catch the plate. Since you got a 10 and you went to dexterity, you catch the plate and it doesn't fall. And you're able to stick it to the magnet that's holding you up. And you are now looking at the inside. So it looks like the little control panel that you had is just wired directly into the motor and simply provides voltage from an outside source. And there's a couple of little sensors that come off of it. So you can see a temperature probe, you can see the fan RPM controller, and you can see the fan RPM sensor. And all of those are simple electronic things that you would kind of just know how they work. And then the fan itself is the size of a car engine. That's the only thing that's really intimidating is this electric motor is massive.
Well, if you're thinking the speed threshold is actually going to set off an alarm or something, couldn't you rig the sensor to actually always show a constant speed? And then that way you can actually disable the motor for a time?
I mean, yeah, that sounds great. And now that I'm looking at the inside of those like electronics things, could I connect that to a cell phone?
So
I guess that would then turn the fan off because it's not reporting to where it needs to go.
I mean, it's. I'm trying to figure out how you accomplish. So it's not a data. It's not like a USB port that you plug in. It's looking for a signal. The way I was thinking it would work is it's got a little laser that it shoots into the fan blades, and every time it gets interrupted, it counts it as a cycle. Although there are 100 different ways this thing could work. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's someone coming in. Hey, look, Ronan's here. Is Ronan in Discord yet? He is.
It's getting there. Slowly. It's loading up.
Cool. Before I give Kizik an answer to his question, I'd love to hear the players explain to you the position that Holmes is in right now for my own entertainment purposes.
Sweet.
Okay, so have you seen Mission Impossible?
Which one? Yes,
Any
I've
of
seen them all. and the TV series, I grew up on it. It's amazing. I love it.
All right, you're currently hanging off of an I-beam, upside down, within a spinning. You're like literally right below spinning blades of death, hanging upside down to this fan, and you and my brother Luca are trying to make the fan blades slow down to the point where we can get through on this ladder over here.
And we're 60 feet off the ground.
Oh yeah, hanging up
Concrete
60 feet.
floor.
You're doing great.
Sweet. Did we go down the air shaft then?
Nope, we came up through the sewers.
Okie dokie.
And we're going up the air shaft now.
Oh, man, I missed the whole thing.
Oh no, they haven't.
Yep.
They haven't done the thing yet. All they've done is get inside. They just figured out that air shaft runs the length of the facility and is the obvious stealthy way to move through the building.
Got it. Using it as transportation between floors. Check. All right. Hanging below a giant spinny fan of death. Got it.
All right, so the answer is I think that if you have a piece of equipment you can leave in place to send false signals, you probably could send false signals to these sensors and make it not know that the fan changed speed, if that's the route you want to take. But there's got to be something there to send the signal, which raises the question, how many cell phones are you going to leave behind?
Can you, what's it spinning at right now? Like 5 miles an hour?
I think I said 10.
10?
Yeah.
So say it's set at 10. Can you recalibrate it to be 15 and then turn it back down to 10 so the real fan speed is now 5?
So all of these suggestions that you and Thodubs are making assume he has computer access and control. And if he did, I think these are fantastic ideas. But he's mechanically he skipped hacking into it. He is looking at the mechanical outside interface. So it's got to be a mechanical solution. Unless he wants to...
Depending on the way that...
little buttons there. Sorry.
Yeah, the way that the thing looks, I mean, if it's just a matter of he's looking at the sensors and their physical connections to the circuit board, I mean, he could throw some type of a jumper in there that would actually jump the connection between the two sensors, which would actually cause it to still... Again, I'm speaking theoretically here.
Yeah, I mean, you're speaking theoretically at a level of, if you can roll a 20 on your, 2d6, you could, who's going to be able to do that in their head? That's it's not that it's not theoretically possible. It's just, I don't think it's a realistic solution for the non-mechanic to do.
Okay.
If Taylor were hanging underneath this thing, I'd probably still give you guys a shot at it.
But you said if I leave a cell phone here and I look at Holmes, I could use that cell phone to replicate the all good speed is still working fine signal.
That is an option that you have. I'm not saying it's your best option, but you can do that.
I thought you didn't have access to the computer.
It doesn't.
Oh. Okay.
He's talking about physically leaving his cell phone up against the sensor, transmitting a false signal to the sensor. That requires zero access to the computer.
You also said there's a laser. Is that laser in the center here?
So the laser is the sensor that we're talking about transmitting a false signal to. That is what we're talking about.
Could I cut 4 extra little tiny pieces of metal so that it can go twice as fast and we can slow it down twice, or it's half?
I've never seen a laser that works like that.
Like if it's just no. So you said it's boop boop. It bounced off of a fan blade.
Yeah.
So if there were an extra 4 fan blades,
Yes, you could do that. That's actually a really clever solution. and then it's now, I don't know how you're going to attach those without cutting your hand off, but that is actually a really clever solution. Also, you look up and there's a bunch of these fan blades. So I'm not saying you have to do all these fan blades the same, but I'm giving you this puzzle with the assumption that you're going to want this to be a repeatable process. So keep that in mind.
yeah. So I should try to hack it, even though I failed the first time.
That's yes.
How much space? How much space is between the end of the fan blade and the wall?
None.
So it's physically touching the.
It physically goes right up to the wall. Okay, when you say how much space, millimeters, if that.
So we're looking for something that can transmit a signal that we can reuse. Our active bugs can transmit signals. Can we program one of our active bugs to transmit the signal to the thing and then put it right there on the edge?
It's not a terrible
You guys
idea.
thoughts?
If you want to go that route.
We missed you, Captain.
I didn't. Did anyone else miss him?
I did. That's what I just said.
Yeah, we're like
Always.
cradling each other upside down.
Sorry,
hanging in the
I
middle.
thought you meant you missed what he said. You mean you missed him being there? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. Yeah, that's a really good idea. It's also another clever solution to this problem. I like this puzzle. You guys have come up with a bunch of good solutions.
So we're trying to get that active bug back when we're leaving, or I could try to hack it again. The first time was real tough.
So,
But I'm closer here now. I'm not trying to hack it through your Bluetooth earpiece.
other option with the bug, if did anybody bring any string or anything like that? Then the reason I asked why the distance between the wall and the fan blades, if we put it right at the edge, when we move up or down, we just slide it through the edge with a little bit of dexterity and remove the bug and keep moving up the ventilation shaft.
Oh yeah, that would be neat.
Also, hacking it isn't a bad idea. Can I help you with that?
Yeah. Hold my laptop on your belly as I shimmy along beside you and connect now through the back side of the USB instead of the front side of the USB.
So did they disable the front ports? Did they disable the back ports? Were they really good, or were they just following a checklist? This is good. This is good cyber right here. I like it. Go ahead and make your roll again.
Standing by to hold laptop.
7 plus 2 plus 1 is a 10.
That is enough. You gain access to the back ports. So it turns out they did only disable the front ports because they never thought anybody would open up the panel and get inside and then try to hack it. It is just a fan controller after all. So you are in this thing. And it's a really incredibly simple mechanism for like your intrusion software. You cut this thing like a hot knife through butter. And you now have complete control of the fan controller. You also, if you're feeling frisky, you have a Ethernet connection back into the facility through this fan controller.
DDoS attack. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, this is my first shot. from inside their network to just see what their network is. It's also not the best of connections. I can just slow this down and we can see what's on later on, guys.
Yeah, just slow this one down.
All right. I do the cool recalibration trick. So it's reporting that it's going 15 miles an hour, but it's really going 5 miles an hour.
Okay. That immediately seems to work. The noise where you're at dies down marginally, and the blade is now like a whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. So if you scramble quickly up the ladder, you can probably get through it.
I'm going to try first.
Give me athletic strength check. And Thodubs is over there with you, so he should probably go too.
Come on, Thodubs.
I got a 4. Beautiful.
Oof. Okay.
I got an 8.
Okay, well, at least one of you made it.
That was strength. Yep.
Yep, it's climbing, and climbing is athletic strength. So, Odubs, the fan is going to hit you. You can either try to grab a hold of the fan blade, let go and try to catch yourself, or if you can think of a third option.
How much is it actually going to hit me? I mean, am I halfway up the ladder? Am I?
It's going to hit your center torso.
Okay, gotcha. All right. And it's going 5 miles per hour. I actually would like to just see if I can just not let go, but I mean, I'd like to see if I can slide. Well, I can't. This is not one of those types of rails or ladders.
Yeah, you can't do the superhero shimmy back down, but you could let go and then try to grab it later down the line. Of course, if you missed that roll, you were going to fall 30 feet onto concrete.
No, I'm going to try and book it down as fast as I can.
Okay. Well, it's going to hit you. That's not really an option.
Okay, so I don't have that option.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you either let go, or you jump on the fan blade, or some other honestly bad effect that I was just giving you the option to choose your own demise. So do you let go, or do you grab, or do you jump for the fan?
I'm going to jump for the fan.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a dexterity dexterity athletics. Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. Yeah, dexterity athletics check.
Dexterity athletics. So I got zeros on both of those, but I got boxcars. So
Excellent. Okay. Well, that's, that if you were going to roll boxcars tonight, at least so far, that was the roll. That was when you wanted to do it.
Absolutely. I'll take it.
So, Odubs jumps off of this ladder onto the blade, realizing it's going to hit him, and managed to scramble himself up on top of the blade like Silver Surfer riding it style, just before the girder that is right beneath it would have scissored him in half. You are now riding this blade, going round and around and around. Give me a athletics endurance check just to see if you hurl.
You ever watch that show Wipeout? Or Takeshi's
Athletics
Castle?
endurance. We have a 12 on endurance.
Excellent. So you do not hurl. Still very disorienting, but you make it. You're in quite a predicament. But we're going to leave you on there for just a second while we go back to Ronan and Kizik. You guys are hanging from magnets underneath these girders, and these are strong enough magnets that you were able to fall earlier and not fall to your death. It was able to catch your weight in mid-flight. So I'm going to assume that they are thumb toggleable, but when they're off, they're just off. So what's you guys' plan now that this thing's moving slowly for getting up on top?
We gotta crawl back over to the other side and climb up fast.
Okay, so that's your plan. Is Ronan good with that?
Couple random questions. Sorry again, the
that was good.
latecomer kind of questions. When we have hacked in, are we hacked into all of the fans or just that one?
He had an opportunity to follow the Ethernet back to the facility and see what it connects to. However, he did not pursue that, so you don't really know an answer to that question. All you really know you have access to is the fan controller you're directly in front of.
Okie dokie. Before we leave that,
I have a question. If I mean, I'm kind of dancing on a fan blade right now, and it's their turn next. Do they have the ability to slow that fan blade even more down, and change that threshold value so that way I'd be able to potentially get off?
Why don't you ask him?
Hey guys, can you do that?
Try not to trigger any alarms.
So if your threshold value is 10 miles per hour, and you know what I mean.
15 to 10, and then we recalibrated it down. We can go 15 to 10 and recalibrate it down again, cut it in half a second time.
I just want you to know that in my head, Odubs' character is just typing furiously on his phone while riding this thing round and around in circles, because you guys can't speak, because it's too loud. So he's like, guys, seriously, look over here.
just one thing to be aware of: if we slow it down too much, like, there's no way they're not gonna notice the air turning off.
Well, this is only one fan out of, like, I'm assuming a barrage of fan blades that are above us.
True.
Can I leave the Bluetooth dongle inside it?
I thought you jacked directly in and didn't use the Bluetooth dongle.
I did. And it's my good computer. I'm not going to do that. Like, I was pulling it out and, like, playing in my walkback, and he's like, wait, I'm still about to die. Let me cut it in half again.
Okay, so you're going to cut it to 2.5 miles an hour?
Yes.
Okay.
Standing by to
And
support.
go ahead and give me that roll. Holmes, if you want to, you can start making your way back, but if you want to wait, you can.
I'm going to stay here and hold his laptop and support him.
Okay.
Oh, so you're boosting me?
Yup.
It sounded like he needed it.
Yeah, that went from a 7 to a 10.
Excellent. Okay, so you slow that down. All right, Thodubs. We are going to skip Ghost for this because I'm assuming he's just hanging there. But if you want to do something, let me know.
I want to reach my arm down and help him up the ladder.
Ah, that's amazing. So go ahead and take a boost, Thodubs. You now need... I'm going to call it a athletics dexterity. You need to be well coordinated and jump at just the right moment so Ghost can pull you up on the ladder.
Okay, so we're doing a boost dice. I have to be well coordinated. This is athletics and dexterity.
Yep.
Got it. I got a 10. So rolled a 4, 2, 4. Taking the 2 4s is an 8. Endurance, dexterity. Oh, sorry, nope, it came to be an 8. Sorry.
Okay. An 8 does it, though. So you get pulled up on the ladder. That particular crisis averted. Luke is still tapped in. If you want to change the fan speed back up, you can.
I look over at Holmes. Nigga, you want it to go back to regular or to the twice as fast? I mean, it's a quarter of what it should be.
I think we need to set it back up. Not that I want to, because slower is better for us, but I think we can make it... put it back up to where we had it there before.
All right.
Not full speed.
Yeah.
Half
Take
speed.
it back to half speed.
Yep.
Do I have to roll that one again?
No, let's just have it. I do need your athletics check to shimmy back up, and it's your choice whether you want to do a separate check for shimmying across and going up the ladder, or if you want to combine them. But I would like to know before you roll which one you went with.
I mean, we're going to help each other, right?
Yep.
Athletics, strength, not athletics, dexterity. I think let's do a combined roll.
I think that's probably a good idea.
Okay, go ahead and do it.
We're both actively not rolling dice. Do you want to roll it?
That's I'll roll it. That's 3, right?
Correct.
Here we go. First roll of the night. Can't get any lower.
Yeah, you can.
My strength is 0 or +0, so yeah, this is gonna be bad. 4.
4 is pretty bad. So, earlier we talked about the luck roll system. So there's actually a luck score on your sheet. It's by default -3, but I'm moving all of you to 0, and luck is now a stat that you have. And it works just like making an average check, where you roll 2d6 and you get an 8 or higher to pass, but you may spend up to 3 player points to boost your score. So each player point is an extra point you can give yourself.
And do we need to do that? Announce how many player points we're using before we roll?
No, I specified that you can roll your roll, see how short you are, and then use player points to bring yourself up to a maximum of 3. Now, the reason I ask this is because I'm going to give you choices here. One of you can just volunteer to be the person who fell off. Or you can both roll luck, and whoever rolls worse is the one who fell off.
I'll take one for the team and fall.
Okay. So basically you are ahead of Luca, and you get to the fan blade, and it looks like you have enough time, but you do the exact same thing Thodubs did, and you're faced with the exact same choice of you're not going to make it up that ladder in time. And you have to choose. You either have to jump for the fan or try to let go of the ladder and then grab it lower down and catch yourself.
I'm gonna try to catch myself on the ladder.
Okay. So I'm going to call that a strength a strength athletics roll. But I'll let you make an argument for dexterity if it's higher for you.
I will absolutely make an argument for dexterity because I'm flipping over, as I'm dropping down and reaching for this thing. Takes way more dexterity to move around in the air and grab that thing than it does strength.
Okay. Go ahead and make your roll.
8, 9, 10. Yay, dexterity.
All right. So you let go of the ladder, and a few rungs down, you just reach out and grab it again. I mean, it's a rough landing. You bang your knee. It hurts a little bit. No hit points or anything. But you did live. Kizik seeing you do that is like, I'm gonna do my own thing, and you both now need to make separate rolls to get up the ladder.
We were trying to time it. I was like, go, go, go. Pushed him, and I watch him backflip over me, catch the rung below me. And I look around and go, oh, all right.
And I'm going to look and be like, you first.
All right. That's 2 1s.
I got 6 this time, which is better than last time, but still horrible.
Ghost and Thodubs, you guys are above this thing, and you've watched these guys fall twice now. This time, they fell almost all the way to the floor. Thodubs has appropriated my dice, so I'm going to pull some more dice out.
Yep. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's all good. I don't mind.
All this prep and we're destroyed by fans.
It's an interesting puzzle, isn't it? I'm not going to lie. The fan design was one of those things that I debated making a physical map for it. But I was like, no, they're just going to defeat it in 3 checks. And now I really wish I had made one. But it's the old D&D door trope. I rolled a 4. So you're both going to take 4 hit points, getting into each other, but your magnets are going to attach to the grates. You're now tangled between 6 feet of rope, smacked into each other. You've taken 4 damage, and those magnets made the most amazing screeching noises as they were catching you.
Yes.
By the way, Ronan, there was a guard in the room below you.
Oh, that makes this even better.
Well, we have dart guns too. Actually, I think it's a pistol that shoots neurotoxin.
It's your silence pistol. You have 1 magazine each of bullets that shoot a sleeping agent neurotoxin. As long as you do a sneak attack and a person is not alerted, basically if they don't have the little yellow icon above their head saying, what? I'm not even going to make you roll for knocking them out. As long as you hit, they're going to be rendered unconscious. But if you, if they are alerted in any way, we'll do the neurotoxin rolls, which are in the ammunition page of the Central Supply Catalog.
Yay!
Except for Sleepy instead of Killy.
Okay.
Anyway, so I don't care who goes what turn. We're not in like combat time at the moment. But you guys are in quite a predicament. Who has what to say? I'm not sure there's a ton Ghost and Thodubs can do, but they haven't gone in a minute, so...
You said there's like tunnels up on this part that go in what, cardinal directions?
Yeah, so I've been avoiding giving you a description of that just because I want to flip the map. I don't know why I do that. But in essence, you can see they don't go in cardinal directions. There's a couple of them. There's 2 that come in. One is a pipe you can't really see down, but it's about, I don't know, 3 feet in diameter. The other is a pretty big fan that you can see through a grate, is going towards the middle of the facility, and it looks like you're looking into a room. Through that fan, it looks like it's some sort of storage or maintenance room. And it's pulling air from that room into this shaft. The other vent, the smaller one, looks like it is taking air out of the shaft.
So there's another fan that we've got to get by?
This one is, you could put your hand out and stop this one. This is like an attic fan.
Gotcha.
So just to this middle area here, this is I assume the 4th floor where we came out of the poop pipe.
That is correct.
And we've climbed up the fan enough that what we're looking at here is the 3rd floor.
You're not. You and Kizik are suspended below the fan still, hanging from...
Oh, yeah. Okay, got it.
You guys are in peril. That's what Ghost and Thodubs are looking at.
Got it. Thank you.
Get your elbow out of my eye. Hold on. Because we're trying to push off of each other and untangle ourselves. All right, put your head through here. I think that's where... All right, good. Get back on the ladder.
Yeah.
That made a lot of noise. I'm going to look down while you head back up.
Yeah. You cover down, and I will head back up to the fan, yes.
I want you to know I rolled 2 natural 9s for you earlier, so I probably used up all your luck. Okay, so perception check from Kizik, because he's keeping an eye out. And do you guys want to maybe try to help Ronan with his timing?
Yes, I would like to help him.
Okay.
I rolled 1s again. I need new dice.
Will you stop that? Jesus.
It's because he's paired with me.
Do you want me to just clone these dice or just take them away?
I delete them.
Delete them. Oh, you want real gone.
Destroy them completely.
Make them explodey.
I'm going to steal some of your dice.
Go ahead. That's what they're there for. Okay. I'm sorry, Ronan, did you make it up the ladder? With your boost?
I climbed up. I have not rolled yet.
Oh, okay. Remember to get your boost. There you go. Yes, just like I do it. You just click it more. That makes it better.
Yes, 8.
All right. So with Ghost's help, you finally managed to time it right and get up the shaft.
Yay! Thanks, man.
No problem.
Kizik's like, there ain't nobody down here, and he starts climbing up.
I watched that and went, oh, that's how you make it past it. All right, cool. All right, you guys gonna help me? Wait for it. Wait for it. Go, 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 go. And he's reaching his hand down. Auto 131 this time.
Okay. Take 4 more damage, but you're going to make it up above there.
My knee. Is this with any kind of soak?
Nope.
Smacked you good.
My nuts.
I went below my endurance zeros.
It didn't do it all in one shot, though.
Correct.
Well, then you're just really badly hurt.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that once we get to a flat spot.
Okay, well, do you want to go to a flat spot? Oh, one very important caveat that this picture's not showing. The exit that you need is on a girder. It is quite possible to get to it from the ladder. Like you can climb around the edge.
Okay.
Otherwise, you play the world's worst game of hopscotch.
Yeah. All right, so we can walk around like this edge.
Yeah.
Get there.
Walk is optimistic. There's pipes and girders and shit. There's a way around.
Climb.
Yeah.
Okay. Side shift.
Hug the wall and pray to not fall.
Yeah. I mean, you thought that you were doing so bad. Look how many times it took them to get up here.
I would like to look at my brother when we get a chance.
Okay. I'm gonna say you guys. I'm assuming you're going through this. You want to go explore this floor, so you want to go through this ladder, right? Or this grate,
The bigger
right?
one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna switch the map. Oh crap! I fucked up. Okay, so I guess if I do. Hold on a second. I hit the wrong button in one world. I'm trying to make sure I don't fuck everything up while I'm doing it.
It's easy to do in one world.
Mm-hmm. Now,
While we figure that out, what did we do with Homer?
We
Hey.
left him behind.
They
so
ate-
stay watch.
I ate him. Okay.
Okay.
I did
He's
fuck.
at the sewers waiting for us.
I did fuck that up. I thought that this had a little room in it. Or did I pick the wrong one? No, that's right. Okay, so, because I fucked that up and I don't want to penalize the players for something that I talked them into, this is now a room. And this room is attached to the shaft that you were in, and you come out into this room, and it's basically just server coolant and shaft stuff. And there's grates on the walls, so you can see. It's like being in the drop ceiling of an office building. Like it is not a real wall, and there's very little between you and the busy workers in the room that you're now looking at. Oh, everyone give me perception checks. Only one person needs to pass. Hopefully it's Thodubs.
Eight.
7.
I don't want to talk about it.
I've got an 8.
Okay. Okay, so Thodubs and Ghost are gonna. So, no, Thodubs and Kizik are gonna. Ghost is distracted because him and Ronan are trying to do first aid on Kizik, which you can go ahead and start those rolls. You both look through the grate, and you see this person. And at first, you think that is absolutely Laya Senna, the rep that Thodubs met for the interview. And then you take a real hard look and realize that they're just really similar. Like, the hair is the exact same style, shade, etc. The clothing is the same. This woman is slightly older. But she's, like, they've all dyed their hair identical. They're basically doppelgangers of each other.
Wow, that's scary, man.
And you realize that all the managers probably have done this. In fact, if you stay here and watch the activity in this room long enough, you will absolutely see 2 or 3 of them come and go and realize that all the managers look pretty much the same.
Wow.
But we don't see that. They do.
That is correct.
As you're like looking at my leg and wondering why my foot's pointing the wrong way, I'm going, Thodubs, is that the guy, the girl you interviewed with? And he goes, no, she's a little bit younger. And I go, no, like that's her. And then another one comes around the corner and said, and that's her too. Wait, what are they doing?
Yeah, this is like a bunch of clones, like different ages.
Or just like really weird OPSEC.
Kizik, since you're the computers guy and you're looking through here, this is absolutely a server farm. It does raise a couple questions for you.
Do I see any USB things? Because I just got a USB thing I got to put in here and it's just going to work, right?
There's a lot of USB things. It's kind of the thing of, you know enough about computers to know that unless you put it in the right place, that USB might not necessarily propagate to the entire core unless you go to each and every bank and plug it in.
Yeah, that's too many banks.
I got an 8 on my medic, by the way.
Okay. Kizik, if you want to spend a player point, I'll let you roll a d4 for hit points instead of just taking one.
Oh, that sounds good.
Got to burn them player points down.
Do you have a D4?
I'll give it a d6.
Come on, 1.
You'll almost certainly get. That's a 4.
4. I'm not dead. I got points and everything. Hey guys, it's a lot of servers here. Like, there's not just one to put it in. We're gonna have to figure out which one is their like backup server, because everything talks to that, or which one's their update server. Everything talks to that one too.
I'd also like to point out that it's like 9 o'clock at night by the time you guys get to this point. So it's taken you a hot minute to get here, but that also means it's well outside of quote unquote working hours, and there's worker bees everywhere.
Still just super active.
Yep.
You think they work 4 different shifts every 8 hours, constantly working them?
Wouldn't 8-hour shifts be 3 shifts?
They squeeze in an extra one.
Got overlap, so, it's never unmanned.
Is there raised floor here?
So there's not raised floor, but what there is, to that effect, is there are like a drop ceiling with all the cable trays and pipes and cooling and all that it's It's not covered with a drop ceiling, but it's in the ceiling above the lighting.
Does any of that come through our little hideaway spot?
It all goes to your hideaway spot. That's how it gets power, cooling, everything seems to come through your little closet.
Are the cable trays big enough that they would support our weight?
As long as you skip that breakfast burrito this morning.
I didn't.
He's like, I can't even roleplay that.
Yeah, I would never skip a meal.
No, we're starving.
It's threaded rods on little pieces of metal. So think like a 5/8 threaded rod. So it probably will hold your weight as long as you don't do anything crazy. But it won't hold 2 of your weights.
Are any of these on the cable trays like LAN cables? Should be able to patch directly in.
A lot of them are network and LAN cables. Also, it's worth noting that the room you're in, all of the cabling looks like an absolute rat's nest, but out in the server farm, it's gloriously put together.
Well, I'm going to start splicing a cable. I'll pick one. Oh, not a big one, but another one. I'm going to try to man in the middle of it so I can just monitor some traffic and see what I can see.
Okay, you said this earlier, and sorry to throw you this curveball, but I really want to know how you're going to accomplish this.
I mean, we got a cable.
Mm-hmm.
Open it up so I could see the actual wires, which is now a terrible idea, and I realize that. I've got hopefully some kind of really good hacking thing so that I can make a jumper over top of it. And then once I've got the jumper over top of it, I'm going to cut the middle so that the cable now is running through my jumpered section, which is sitting into my computer, and I can monitor that traffic.
This is how I know you've never been a network admin.
Yeah, it's a spy admin.
It's fine. It's really low voltage. The second you snap on an alligator clip to that thing, it's going to interrupt the signal. But we're gonna do spy stuff, and the way you would actually do it is you take a really sensitive probe and you'd clip it onto the cable, and it would read the pulses that go by it passively without actually cutting into the cable and feed that back to the laptop. Now, that does not allow you to inject anything. It just allows you to read. But that is how it, and that's assuming you have an unshielded cable, which even in today's IT world, that is an unheard of thing. People don't use unshielded cable anymore. But we're gonna, you're super spy, so you figured out how to do this. So you've got a passive probe on there, and you're listening to the communications traffic now.
And we also have actual access to that thing, so we could unshield the cable, right?
Yeah, the minute you cut into a shielded cable, you have problems. But that's, there is ways to do it. There's a reason that people guard their cables. I wanted to make sure that you weren't, in fact, cutting the cable, and that's the first thing you said. So.
Yeah, we did it smarter.
Yeah.
That's what my spy book said, but because my internal thoughts were like, no. You've got this passive probe that you just kind of squeeze the cable the right way.
Yeah. This is something your character knows that maybe you don't know. So, if you want to decipher it, that's when your computer's check will come in.
Yeah, I'd like to start deciphering this.
Okay. I'm just going to roll randomly to see what you get. Go ahead and do your check.
Got a 10.
Excellent. With that check and my roll, what information do you want to find?
I first want to know where where's their centralized server that talks to all the other things, their backup server or their update server.
Okay, these are the backup servers.
All of them? I still got to put them in all of them?
So each one of the consoles in front of each row is basically the controller for each bank. The fastest you could do this room would be to do each of those consoles, and it would do each of the rows behind it.
I look up at everybody and go, I think I need to get into each of those consoles. Can I determine what kind of security things they use to log in and out of things? I know they need a 4-pronged, unique authenticator.
Hypothetically, if what your intel is right, you shouldn't need that. You should just have to plug this USB in. But if you want to hack these things, you can.
I mean, I want to hack them, but we could just have to plug it in to 12 different things. Yeah, I know it's disappointing, guys.
Yeah, I'm trying to think now, like, how do we gas the whole room and make everybody pass out so we can run around to each terminal? That's probably
Is
not
there
the
a
right
fire
thought.
alarm?
Still want to do it sneaky, though.
Is there a fire alarm?
I mean, probably, but we'd need to get in and out before that fire alarm is done. Also, if these are the backup servers, there's still another place we need to put it, right?
No.
It's just the backup servers, get in, get out.
If you get all of the backup servers, you'd have covered. That's what this is. This whole facility exists to back up the stuff. This is exactly what you were told to do. He just didn't know there were this many.
I feel like if we do something that like puts them all to sleep, they're gonna know that we were there. Because they work on like our options, as far as I see them, are to somehow sneakily find our way around there, which don't see that happening because there's just too much in an open space, or find a way to distract them all at the same time.
As you guys are talking about this, the lights dim to 50%, and half the worker drones start moving towards the elevator.
The fuck was that?
You look at your watch, it's just become 10 p.m. And they get on the elevator, and they go up the elevator, and when the elevator comes back down, there's another one of these blonde manager ladies, and the one that was here leaves, and a new one steps out on the floor. The room is now dimly lit, with only a handful of workers, 2 guards, and 1 comm site rep.
Alright, I'm going to ask the dumb question here. Are there any boxes here? Like cardboard boxes?
It depends on how badly you want to roll a luck roll.
I don't think you understand how badly I want to Metal Gear Solid this.
I do understand how badly you want to do it. I don't think you understand that I'll let you do whatever you want.
I feel like this is a bad plan, but
I like your plan. You go that way, and I'll take the cable tray.
yeah, I don't computer very well, but let's see how well I can cardboard box. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Because it's going to be funny.
Well,
How many of the USBs do we have? We just have the one?
just the one. And if you really want to look for a cardboard box, you can roll a luck roll to see if there's one here in the storage room.
Yeah, this is happening.
The servers, do they go all the way to the back? Could we get in the vents or the trays and jump down behind one of them?
Yeah,
I got a 10.
there's a box.
Yes.
It says Metal Gears on it.
Yes. Where's this box at?
Obviously I didn't make one. There we go. We'll use a dice.
All right.
Let me make that brown.
The company is called Solid Snakes.
I'm sorry, guys. This is the worst captain plan ever, but I can't not do it.
Nope, that's fine. I'm gonna cable tray to the back of the servers.
Who's got the USB? Because last time I checked, Luca had it.
Yeah, I think Lucas still got it.
You want the USB before you go out there?
I'm gonna ask you for it.
Or are you just gonna plug it in and hope that they don't see you plugging it in?
I'm gonna try something stupid.
Or do you see any security cameras while you're playing around in the vents up there, in the turrets up there?
Give me a perception check.
Ooh, CCTV cables. I got a 9 for my recon.
Okay. There are definitely security cameras pointed at the elevator.
Oh, recon's intellect, isn't it? I got a 10.
There's definitely security cameras pointed at the elevator. And there appear to be one or two, like, straight down looking from the ceiling underneath the cable trays in the cube farm. They're not looking at any monitors, and they're not looking at any consoles or server racks. Oh, we just had a person drop. Who dropped?
It was me.
Oh.
He's trying to be very sneaky.
He is very sneaky. He's so sneaky we can't even see where he is.
Fell off the map. How far can I take the cable tray? Can I take it to like here?
Oh, hold on. Like, I'm holding you up and you're looking, you're like, I see some cameras. And I'm like, all right, is the goal to just gas everybody one at a time? Like, we all pick a spot and take everybody out? Or are you just going to try to plug that thing in a couple different places?
I think if we all take our, like, we could do synchronized shots and maybe take some people out. It's not a bad idea.
We'd have to make sure they weren't on cameras when they fell asleep.
You think that's the one bad idea? Oh, that's the one part of it that's not a bad idea, is the cameras?
There's lots of bad ideas.
Like, shooting them is a bad idea. Like, just in general, like, they're going to wake up, and a whole shift of people like, man, nice nap. Like, they're not going to be like, all right, get back to work. Like, yeah. I know.
You guys could create a distraction while I plug in. Like, if I'm way over here, I could try to plug in and see how long it's going to take.
So our little room over here, where's the exit to the little room? Not on the cable trays, like ground floor.
There are air vents. This room is not really meant to be entered, just like the rest of them. There is an air vent that is person size that is obviously a secondary like door that you can open and close. It's right about where you're at and opens into the cube farm. There's another air vent that's about that size but isn't as easy to open or close that's on the side with the server farm on it.
And right now I just have this one little person over here in the cube farm.
Yeah, they're actually sitting at a desk. I just, for model reasons, it's difficult to like make them sit there, but they're at a desk typing away. Also, the person who's at the two people that are at the consoles working on the servers are working, so they are moving between different consoles. They're not just standing at one and staying there.
Okay. So we got 2 guys at consoles moving around, and we got 1 guy sitting at a desk and manager lady.
Manager lady and the security guards are kind of like
Nope.
on their phones, periodic. Like they're bored out of their gourd.
Not for long. This is probably the dumbest thing I've ever done in a role-playing game, but it's gonna happen because it's funny. Startups, what are you doing right now?
Hoping really hard nobody called on him.
Yup.
Yep. He's not been overly active this evening.
So dubs.
Aiden craps his pants. No? Okay. So he's really not listening.
He has a stroke. Rocks fall.
Hey, sorry guys, I hear you. I have an emergency going on right now. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Pooped himself. That's what we're going with.
All right. Well, he's pooping
While
himself.
He's pooping himself. You're gonna get under
I'm
a
going
cardboard
to-
box.
Yep, and he's gonna be my lookout.
Oh, that's fantastic. I rolled a 7 for him. It's not great.
Statistically average. Way better than I've rolled tonight. But let me know when you're ready to go out on the cables, and I will exit in my cardboard box.
Oh, I'm ready.
All right,
Let's do it. Stealth roll.
here we go. Stealth roll.
I got a 9.
I got a 10.
Ooh.
Okay. You guys are stealthy.
Yeah.
I thought there was gonna be a follow-up.
Well, I'm gonna move my cardboard box. And I'm gonna slowly make my way around here in my cardboard box, very slowly.
I'm gonna climb left, right, overhand along the cable tray
Okay.
until I get
Are you on top or underneath of the cable tray?
on top.
Top. Okay. So you're like belly crawling over. Okay. You also are stealthy and make it to where you're going. It also helps from being where you're at in the cable tray. You realize that the few lights that are on, like it's like looking into the sun for them. It's actually really hard to see in a ceiling where everything is painted black beyond the fluorescent lights that are hanging beneath it.
So I have good shadow cover.
Yes.
Let me know on my little earpiece thing. Like, let me know when you're ready to drop down, and I will distract people from my cardboard box.
All right, I'm gonna try to stealthily drop down. I'm gonna say like 3, 2, 1. Kind of roll over the edge.
And I'm gonna
Oh.
whistle.
Let myself down. You can whistle.
Have you never played Metal Gear Solid?
Oh, I have.
Okay, security guards are alerted. And
Do they have little yellow?
They sure do, and they're walking in your direction. And there's little like cone of detection things heading in your direction.
And I'm gonna move my little box over here and
Ed,
hang out.
Definitely need a stealth check from you for that. Let's go ahead and get one from Taylor too. I'm assuming you're plugging the USB drive in.
I am.
Yeah, 11.
I got an 8.
Both of those are passes. Taylor, the USB drive takes approximately 3 seconds to complete its task. You plug it in, there's a very quick zip, and then it says process complete.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, that was way faster than I thought it would be. I'm gonna unplug it and go behind. Can I fit between these servers?
Yep, they're meant for people to work between them.
All right, I'm gonna use this as cover and try to get this one.
Okay. Let me just do a couple of things. First off, I'm going to... The technicians, they aren't paying much attention to you. This one moves over here to this terminal. And this one moves over to the terminal you just left. Super close. What's your stealth score, Rex?
I got an 11.
You score your actual rank.
One.
1. Okay.
One.
All right. So one of these guys is like, is that a box? And starts walking down this corridor. The other one has stopped and is trying to chat the blonde up and has just lost all interest.
I'm gonna hold still in my box.
Okay.
Get my pistol of sleepiness ready. Not that I want to shoot him, but...
Is the box label right side up? Because, you know, most people open boxes from the top. And if you didn't open any holes in it, it's going to be upside down.
Oh, it's right side up.
Right side up. Okay. All right. Either one of you guys may go. If you just want to hold action and wait to see what happens, Ronan, you can.
I'm holding action.
I'm gonna hold my breath. This guy's so close. I don't want to move.
Okay. Give me a stealth check because you really are like you're 2 feet away from this guy.
Head.
Oh yeah, you're the fucking knight though. Like you're just standing on the other side of the server farm, and when you hear him move with your ears, you instinctually move so that the server farms are always between you two. Or the server rack.
Like
now,
hunting squirrel.
like Holmes, I would now like you to give me a deception check. But you may substitute. You can substitute the social characteristics because you're not chatting deception. You are a box. So if you want to use a different characteristic other than social, you're welcome to.
I'm going to use dexterity to make sure, like, I'm not so I'm not like touching the box to make it move, to like hold really still and do that deception, like really still, because I'm a box, which gives me an 11.
Fuck yeah. So you like hear the guy come over there. And he looks at the box and he's talking to himself and he's so close you can like hear him. And he says, I don't remember this box being here. Yeah, maintenance people are getting lazy as fuck. Oh well. And then he just walks away.
Well, I'm not gonna move it.
He's a security guard. He's not gonna.
Not my job.
Yes, not my job.
It's so realistic.
It is.
Who the fuck left this here? What a piece of shit. It's not my fucking job. I'm not moving it.
It obviously goes in the maintenance closet. I ain't putting it there.
Yeah, right. My tag says security on it.
Okay, let me roll for the guys, the maintenance guys. Okay, so this guy moves 2 down, so he comes down to this one. And this one moves over here.
I'm gonna stick my USB into the second one. Wow.
Okay. I was about to say we got to start marking them somehow. Good job. Yeah, 3 seconds. Boop, boop. Give me a stealth check.
Eventually, I'm gonna fail these.
Yeah.
It's just odds. An 8.
Well, you made it. Now,
Because we got rid of all of our ones trying to climb up the ventilation shaft.
which
Right.
which direction are you going to go is the question. Okay. You can go ahead and move over there. Okay, Holmes, what are you doing? You just stay. You're just a box. Are you going to do something?
Nope, I'm gonna right now stay there and be a box because they're still on the other side of the place from him.
Okay. Kizik, is there anything you want to do? I realize Thodubs is probably still crapping his pants. So,
I think they're doing. I'd like to climb up into the things and be behind one of these just to give them another option.
okay, you're in the cable tray. You can do that.
No, I need it. I need to jump down. No, I guess being in the cable tray is real smart. I can see things from up here. Extra set of eyes.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
That's a 13.
You can now give a bonus to both of those guys by telling them where things are, so they can roll boosts for their dice rolls.
Oh, sweet.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this guy is going to go all the way over here, and 1, he's going to go all the way over here. So, Ghost, you go ahead and give me your stealth check, and since they are not right up against you this time, the effect of your roll is how many terminals you can do as long as you stay 1 terminal away from the 2 technicians.
Okay. An 8.
Okay, we can do 1. Okay. And if anyone wants to do anything, let me know. I'm just going to start rolling through these. Okay, so this guy goes 2, that puts him here. This guy goes 3, which puts him back over here. Oh, he's super close. What you gonna do, Ghost?
Move back behind these.
Okay.
Try to cut all the way around if I can.
Okay. Six. This guy goes over to this one. Oh, they end up at the same one. These two are talking at the same terminal. They're engaged in deep conversation. Want to give yourself another stealth roll?
Sure would.
They're talking right below me.
They are. Would you like to know what they're talking about?
I'd like to listen in, yeah.
Okay, give me a, so what is eavesdropping? I know pickpocketing is deception. I'm gonna go with recon. Give me a recon check.
I got a 9, so is that 2?
That's 2. Yep.
Recon plus int is a 9.
Okay. So... Ooh, what's a juicy bit of gossip I can give you? Ooh. What's her name? Lila, I think? Yep. Lila had to leave work suddenly, just like an hour ago. And she seemed really upset. Also, does anyone else notice how, like, weird she has been acting recently? They're going to continue standing in that same spot talking about that. for another turn.
Got another 9. Oh, wait. With my boost. 12.
Excellent. Okay. So you could probably do that whole row. Boop, 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 boop. Don't mind me, I work here.
Checking with my buddy in a box.
You want to talk to him?
I just letting him know that like I gotta go over to the other side of the room. I got these.
Who would leave a box here?
You leave this box alone.
Okay. They've done their move.
Sorry about that, guys.
All good. Did you get your britches
You okay?
cleaned?
Well, no, I got an emergency message from my mom's cell phone up in Erie, Pennsylvania, that she was having a medical emergency. So she felt like she was having a heart attack. So the ambulance was called and stuff like that. So I was on the phone with her while we're waiting for the ambulance to come. But my brother's there right now with her. So
Okay. I hope everything's
she's
all
on
right.
yeah. So anyway, so I apologize. I didn't mean to
It's all good.
disappear.
We were joking that you had an accident. Need to clean your
Of
britches.
course. Of course, right? Yeah, I figured you guys would be doing something like that. So, but anyway, but I am back. So,
I mean, honestly, you probably would rather that have been that, huh?
yeah, that would have been a lot more enjoyable. I hate to say that, but that's just the truth. But
Yep.
oh, anyway, I think she's all right. I think she's just having might be a panic attack or something. But we'll find out.
Well, the good news is, not good enough news, but the good news is the ghost is almost done clearing this room. He's the knight,
Nice.
and Rex totally sold himself as a box. So, we ready, Ghost?
Yep. I will make my stealthy move to over here.
You want to hang back and wait for those technicians to move around some more?
Yeah, I'm gonna hide back here in the server Rex before they
Okay.
move again.
All right. Well, this one only comes over to here. But this one, 2, 5, all the way over to this one.
Stick it in there.
So, Thodubs, what we've got is we've got Kizik up in the rafters telling Ghost where the technicians are. Ghost is like sneaking around, inserting the thumb drive into each of these terminals. And if he needs a distraction, the cardboard box whistles. Feel free to contribute any way you'd like. Or, just watch. It's fine too.
Sure.
Okay.
The whole time Aiden has had his gun trained on the guy just typing at his desk.
If that guy lifts his head up just 1 inch from that monitor.
Oh, look, they're back talking to each other again. Give me a stealth check. Hopefully you get an effect of 2, 1.
Actually, I only got a 7.
All right. So now I get to
Even
roll
with the boost?
Oh
Is
yeah,
that with
you're
the
right.
boost?
Nope, hold on. With the boost, I got an 8.
Oh.
Good call. Good call.
All right, so you can get one of those two.
Yep, and get one of them.
Okay. Want to roll to move these guys? I'll just use that roll to move them. So one of them goes here. The other goes here. It's been really tense.
I got it. I got 11 for this one.
Okay, so you can boop that one. You have now completed the insert the USB part of your operation.
I'm going to send a text to my buddy in a box and let him know that all the servers have been done.
All right, now we got to get out of here. Can I get, when you climb back up, I assume you're going to climb back up in the cable runs to get into the other room?
Yes.
When you're about to go into the other room, can you, like, find some small object to throw over in this area so I can move my box back around?
Oh, yeah.
Like-
I like
like
a loose bolt.
Yep.
Or one of those clips, the metal clips that look like a little horseshoe.
Give me a luck roll.
Yep.
All right. I got a 5. Hold on, wait. Yeah, 5. So I'm
Someone.
going to use 3 luck points.
Okay. Well, if you use 3 luck points, you reach up to try to find something that's loose, and some jackass decided that he wasn't going to put the cap back on the electrical junction box, so you get the lid of a junction box that's like a frisbee.
Oh, that's perfect. Shuriken.
And when it hits the ground, obviously that's part of the ceiling. So you throw it.
Good clangy noise, too.
It makes a really loud noise. Both the security guards and the rep hear it and start walking in that direction. They stand right over top of it, and they're like, huh, that's part of the ceiling. I guess we're going to have to call maintenance. And they're having that conversation as a little box makes its little beeline back home. I still need a stealth check because there is that office drone.
The sky is falling.
This is the time where I roll snake eyes.
Could be. It would only be appropriate. Snake eyes.
You still have a boost?
Ah, 10.
Okay. So I think everyone's back in the room now then.
I'm sweating profusely.
You're sweating
Labored breathing.
profusely. I was a box.
Dude, that guy was right there at, like, he was looking at you and you're just, can you imagine how terrifying that would be? Because it's not like you can see through the box. You were just listening to his footsteps.
Somebody should give you an Oscar. You played a box so well.
And my mom said playing Metal Gear Solid wouldn't get me anywhere in life.
All right, well, you have to take the box off now.
Oh, this is like a permanent, like, camouflage fixture now.
He's like breaking the box down and putting it in his pack.
I mean, we're done. We just climb back down the vents and leave.
No, you got to find the lady. We still have to kill her.
We're not doing that in here. We're not doing that in the building.
Yeah,
Right, but we still have to find her.
The worker said she had to leave work suddenly. It was a big gossip thing.
What?
Yeah.
So I don't
But let's
know.
have this conversation not in this room.
All right, we can go back down the blade and into the support floor.
Yep.
Luca so badly wants just a PC. Whatever's locally. Oh, there's so much good stuff.
Go sneak over and try to get into a PC.
They're not get into, just unplug and take with us. But it's such a bad idea. There's so many cameras everywhere.
Yeah. We've
And I
done
feel
so
like-
well being sneaky.
I was thinking to myself, great, you've accomplished everything. Now just go ahead and blow it in the 11th hour.
Yeah, that's what we do. Everything goes pineapple.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're going down. Is that what we're doing?
I think so. I think that's
Yeah,
the
there's
best
only
bet.
one fan going down. Like,
Yeah, so we're going down and out, right?
Whoa. This fan shaft that you guys have, there's only one fan going down, that's correct, but it does go all the way to the surface, and I don't know if Ronan was here to hear that. Like, you can see daylight out the top. So it does go all the way out to the top where the grate was.
How many more fans?
Many more fans, though. I just want to
At
make
least
sure.
4.
I just want to make sure that he knew that it is a way out. In the way he said that.
I think from what we have, there's one way down. Like there's one fan on the way down with one guard that we know of in there. And please correct me if I'm wrong because I wasn't here on it. Is Homer's down there, and it's on like when we go out the poop chute. As much as that is disgusting and not fun, we don't have to take on the SAM sites or anything to get off the top of the mountain, or try to
True,
like
but
we're further away.
We didn't know this before, and you weren't here for this, but there are like these garbage disposal sump pump thingies in the tunnel that we have to jump over so that we don't set them off and get ground up.
So my choices are get hit by fan or get ground up by garbage disposal. All right.
I think Ghost mentioned it as Fruit Ninja. So I mean, yeah, you got Fruit Ninja either way. Just where you're the fruit and not the ninja.
But you're right about Homer. He's down at the sewers. It's also, we have our hazmat suits down there. We can collect them and go.
That's just my opinion.
Hey, you're the captain.
Do you want to try to climb back out to that center part and speed the fan back up?
That's the smartest way to do it, to truly leave no trace.
I was really hoping it was going to bring that drawing back, but it didn't.
Oh, I erased the drawing.
All right, well, theater of the mind, guys. You're back in your shaft, up or down.
Going
I
down.
say down.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't make it through another vent.
So it is easier to go down through this thing than it is to go up. But it's still a 6 to pass. And each person still has to make it, but it can be a dexterity athletics check going down.
Oh, thank heavens.
I give my leadership to people this turn.
Sure. It's usually a combat thing, but you've been pretty
+1 on
you've
this
been
roll.
you've been pretty good on this part.
Let's be realistic. Did more fighting with that fan blade than we have anything else so far.
Oh no, it was the perfect D&D trope because they were working on it way before you got back. Like
Oh,
it was the perfect D&D trope of the door.
I failed my roll. I got a 4.
They failed it so many times, I gave up on it as the GM.
Can I use melee blade to help me? No, never mind.
Got a 7. I made it past.
I got a 6. Thank heavens for dexterity.
Are you guys adding your +1s?
Yeah, that's what got me to 6.
Oh boy.
Oh, my +1 got me a 8. Too busy.
+1 gets me to 6. Yee.
6 is still a pass, so the only person who didn't pass was Ghost. So I heard something about pulling a knife out and sticking it in the wall and trying to write it down.
What?
That's what that's what I heard Ghost say. Can I use can I use melee to arrest my fall? That's what I heard.
Yeah. Yeah, that's totally what I said.
So there's two default options here. You can just fall. You'll probably die. I'm not gonna lie. Or you can try to do any wild thing to arrest your fall. It's a pushed roll, basically. So you tell me what you're going to do, and I'll tell you the pushed roll results, or the pushed roll, like, consequences, and then you make your roll.
Well, sticking with my mechanic background, can I pull my trusty good luck spanner out of my tool belt and try to wedge it in the in the ladder rungs?
In the rungs and catch yourself on
as
it?
I'm falling? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be an 8+. It's going to need to be a dexterity check, though.
Okay. I got 0s in that, so It's all about the dice. Come on, dice. Oh boy. Got 4.
Okay. How much luck would you like to spend?
I will spend 12 points of luck.
You don't have to spend that much. Okay, so you're going to spend 2 luck. You're going to get the spanner jammed in, just like you said, but your inertia is far too much. And it just rips out of your hand. But it does slow your fall enough that when you hit the ground, you only take half of the damage you would have taken. Which comes out to be 5 points of damage.
Okay. And then the spanner breaks loose and falls on and hits me in the face.
Sure. You still only take 5 points of damage, but yeah. Also, you probably broken your wrist. Like,
Fuck.
as a narrative thing, your wrist is almost certainly broken.
Okay.
Also,
shit.
you are now down. There's your token. You are now down here. Oh shit! It just threw you. The reason that's important is you're looking right at this guard. He's done doing the nasty shit he was doing earlier, but he is still obsessed with his tablet, and he doesn't appear to see you. But like you're plainly like you're right in his field of vision. He only doesn't see you because he's looking at his tablet.
Okay, then with my good arm, like I'm gonna tuck my bad arm up underneath me, but with the good arm, I'm gonna try to shove my fat ass backwards, back underneath this thing.
Oh, you're still underneath
stealth roll?
it. It's just rolled up. It's raised up off the ground. So if you're on the floor beneath it, you're within vision of him.
Okay, but there's no shadow or anything that I can escape into.
Not easily. You still can roll a stealth check, like slink away though. Same concept,
Yeah.
just different direction.
I gotcha. Come on, dice. Don't do me wrong. That's not bad. I got an 8.
Okay. So you can get up behind one of these support columns, or you could even get all the way back to these pumps if you wanted.
Yeah, I'll hide behind the support columns.
That also means that from above, remember, this thing is so loud that none of you can hear each other speak. Taylor just drops off the ladder, bam, 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 hits the ground, and then when you look back down, he's gone.
Brother, you get a text.
It's hard to text one-handed.
I was about to say, you're going to text while you're on this ladder?
If not, I'm going down as fast as I can.
Okay, you can do that. You hit the bottom of the ladder, you see the guard who's still... He's facing your direction, but he's obsessed with his tablet.
I'll drop down and go behind and look around to see if I can find my brother.
Okay, you
I'm
find him?
sitting there nursing my arm. Bitch.
I'm going to get right beside him, and then I'm going to send a text up to the guys that said he's okay.
Sweet. Where's the exit on this map? Like, where are we trying to get to?
The wrench.
Okay.
Then I'm going to look back up and say, did we want to make that fan go fast again?
Yeah, we gotta cover our tracks, Luca. Shit, I think my wrist is broken.
I mean, we can look at that later. You get hidden a lot better. I thought you just died. You fell out. You fell off of a ladder. Did that fan hit you? I hate that fan.
Yeah, it got me, but not as. I mean, look, and I like hold my arm up, and my wrist is way wrong. This is gonna be really shitty to put back in the hazmat suit.
You gotta climb more ladders too.
Yep. We gotta climb
You're
down.
right.
You get. I gotta go fix the fan. Get Holmes down here, and get well. We'll look at it once we get back in the poop room.
Yeah, I'm gonna chill here.
Climb back up the ladder. Start making another thing to shimmy out to the middle of the vent.
I'm gonna climb.
The fan thing.
Alright, so everybody's made it beneath the blades. So you've got Holmes, who seems to be permanently attached to his box, and Aiden, who are up this ladder still. You're gonna get either of them to help you do this. Or you can try to shimmy out there by yourself.
I definitely need help.
Aiden should go with you, and I will go down and medic.
Yeah, you look
In a
after my
box.
brother.
Sounds good. I'll give you some help.
Okay, why don't you guys make a combined roll to shimmy yourselves out on that girder?
This is strength.
Yes, it is athletic strength.
Wait, are you strong? Roll.
I rolled a 7.
Did you roll with a boost?
No,
I did not.
We're doing a combined roll, not an assisted roll.
Right.
So both of you roll, and if your net is above 8, meaning if you roll a 9,
I rolled a 10.
then you both made it.
There we go. Good job, man. Thanks.
I mean, I did this before. All right, now you lay here. Let me speed this fan back up. This is the third time I've done it. It should be good.
Okay. Give me a quick computers check just to be like, I'm going to forensically cover my tracks.
That's not intrusion. That's a 9.
Okay. I'm also going to be evil here and say this is your last chance to try to snoop on this network.
Yes.
Please, Snoop. Please, Snoop.
Are you sitting there right there telling me that?
I am. I helped you, remember? We helped each other.
No,
Snoop Doggy Dogg.
I still gotta climb this way and not fall 60 feet to my death. I'm gonna not. I know the smart thing to do here. Even though I have somebody who's he told an actual gambler to push his luck. So yes, I'm going to now actively intrude through this one spot.
Okay. Push the button. You need a 10 to pass.
Is he helping?
In what way is Aiden helping?
He's keeping my computer screen nice and steady.
You guys are really getting a little pushy with the how you get boost things.
I'm wiping the sweat off his brow as he's texting, as he's doing his typing.
I'm gonna allow it, but like you guys could do me a favor and come up with better ways of which you're helping.
I rejected his boost. I rolled a 7. I got a 2 in intrusions, and I got a 1 in education. That's a 10.
See, that was just a flex.
Yeah.
You were just like, I can do it without you.
Fine then.
Okay, so you push through, and you have access to the internal maintenance system. So it's a subsystem of the base, and pretty much anything that's maintenance related is here in different categories and directories. And its security is really good, but not as good as like the information systems you were just in the server farm.
Maintenance includes the poop chute.
Maintenance includes the poop chute.
Can I turn the grinders off for the next 10 minutes?
Yes.
20
yes.
minutes?
Yeah, you can.
That's about the only thing that could be really helpful from maintenance perspective.
Okay. So you've already rolled to successfully cover your track. So I'm going to say if you want to back out of the system with just doing that, you absolutely can.
Yeah.
The only evidence you've left behind at this point... Oh, you put the fan back the way it was, too. The only evidence that you've left behind is you drilled 4 bolts out with a power drill that you're not going to be able to fix that. You can kind of like wedge the panel back in place is the best you can do. But so far, that's the only evidence you left behind. You two ready to go back?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Give me that combined athletics roll to get back down. It's a 6 to get down.
Rolled a 5. Help me, buddy.
You said it's athletics. You said so.
Yep.
Just general athletics. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I rolled an 8, so before my boost. So
Okay, well that gives you enough effect over a 6 to pass to you and Kizik both get down. This time you help him.
that's right.
And you guys are now at the base of the fan with the group. Holmes, have you done any medical work on Taylor while that was all going on?
My wrist is all floppy, Holmes.
That is the plan. Nope, I did. I can sneak really good, but every other roll that I've made this game is horrendous.
So did you try to put Neosporin on it and secretly put Icy Hot on it?
Yeah, pretty much. I got a 4 with all my everything. Yeah, 4.
He pokes it. It hurts.
Ow! Holmes!
What did you do to my brother? Is he okay? Oh, we can't hear anything.
Yeah, it's loud in here. We need to get out of here.
I had a sound effect for the win, but it's super annoying. It's cool for like 10 seconds.
With my side shuffle, trying to keep my arm as straight as I can. Follow.
Okay. Let me just roll this guy's very last check and see if he finds you at the 11th hour. No, a 4 does not cut it. He's playing a video game or something on his tablet. And you guys are going to be able to make it back into the poop chute. Do you put that door back on your way out? I shouldn't have called it out. I should have just let you do it.
Yeah, we're gonna put that door exactly the same way we found it.
Taylor doesn't. He's got a hurt hand.
Okay, well, one of you needs to make a mechanics check. It is a 4 to pass, but it's a mechanics check.
Here's this
Not me.
wrench.
I got a 7 roll.
So Dubs puts it back on there. Puts the wrench back where it goes. It looks just like it was when you found it. Now
We don hazmat suits.
Yep, you guys are getting back in your hazmat suits. Now, donning or taking off a hazmat suit takes between 5 and 10 minutes. But with Taylor, it's going to take a little bit longer. Because your wrist is super broken. So you got to shove that thing into this big old rubbery hazmat glove. And the outside of the suit is corrosive. And the one piece of information that Holmes brought back from the analysis was don't get this stuff on your skin. So,
I do my best to help him. I say, hey, do you have any other wrenches? Like, can we compress your hand so that it's can't move?
okay.
But like splint?
Yeah.
Give me a medic check there, Kizik. Let's see if you can splint it while you're getting him in the hazmat suit.
I'm just gonna put a lot of duct tape on the outside. Once his hand is in, it's in.
We could take rolls of duct tape and shove my hand through it.
And you know what? Someone specified they brought duct tape.
I rolled a
This is true.
10. Is that intellect or education?
It's education for a mechanics check.
Sorry.
For a medic check, I'm sorry.
Got an 11.
Okay. Go ahead and take that effect and add it back to your hit points. The wrist is immobilized and it feels much better. It's definitely still broken, but you feel like if you just leave it in this hazmat glove for a while, you'll probably be able to use it well enough to shimmy down the ladder.
Oh, man, thank you, Luca. That's so much better. I think you popped it back in place or something.
The more duct tape, the better. It's not
Yeah,
moving
let's
at
do
all.
some more wraps. All right, I'm going to be obviously slower than all of you guys, so I should go first.
Or not be. I know, I guess there's a lot of deep water down there. It's okay to fall down the ladder again.
I say you
as
be
I
in the
go
middle
right
with
in
us.
front of
That way
you.
we can catch you either way.
That's not water. But yeah, okay, I'll be in the middle.
Now we got another 10 minutes before the poop grinders turn back on. Turn those off.
Oh, good call, man. That was really smart.
That was nice.
Yeah. Aiden told me that I should hack into their surveillance system. Just a little bit. But I only got to the maintenance systems. So we should hurry down this poop chute.
Everyone give me athletics, either strength or dexterity, your choice. Taylor, you're going to take a Bane dice.
Oh, I didn't need that, but okay.
Got a 6.
And
Got a 9.
I get a 6.
Okay, well, it was a 6 to pass, so everybody makes it on their own accord. Some of you, a little bit more sloppy than others. I'm going to say that Taylor slips and Lucas slips trying to catch Taylor, but you guys are close enough to the bottom that you just get a dunking in the nasty goo.
Oh,
It's on my visor. Let me wipe yours off, brother.
You guys make your way to the end of the tunnel. Since the grinders are off, you don't need to make that check. You can just step over them. And you find... What do I do with this fancy new token? There's this fancy new token. Oh, wait, did someone else find it? Yeah, there it is. Homer's out there. He's in his little snow hut. You guys have been gone for the entirety of the lunch, dinner, night, and now the sun is coming back up, and he's got a little campfire going. Yeah, you guys are wading your way out of the poo water. Homer's like, God, this shit reeks. You guys look, you're not shot up or anything. Everything going good?
I think it went okay, except what's her face wasn't there. She left.
Well, I'm pretty disappointed by that. That was part of our deal. But the truth is that this means I might get to take care of that myself. And honestly, the whole time you guys were in there, that was my one regret of not going. You think she went to the bunker?
I think that's a safe bet.
Check on her way out.
Yeah, we could. If we hurry... Yeah, let's go do that. You guys might want to get out of those hazmat suits, though.
Yep.
They smell pretty bad.
I'm gonna store it or hide it.
Store it. I'm gonna throw it in this corner because fuck it, I don't ever want to see this thing again.
Yeah.
No, we
I'm gonna keep the glove.
Yeah, I'd try and bury it in between some rocks or something like that, so it's like inconspicuous and it's never found. I don't know.
Okay.
Throw it on top of a snow piranha nest.
That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, so I'm gonna switch maps on you guys again. So Homer is like, all right, let's get moving, and it takes you guys a couple of hours to move around the mountain. It's not the easiest hike.
He's
So
the fastest one. Keep up, guys.
But before we commit to this, like, to make sure I understand this correctly, we don't have all of our guns, right?
You can absolutely have all your guns. Homer can have kept them for you. You probably would have wanted them coming up the mountain. Homer certainly has his. Homer's actually upgraded to the same kind of big game rifle. Like when he got back to town, he traded shit in and did a few things. And since you guys were buying shit, he switched to the same big game rifle that Ghost used because he saw it and he was like, "That thing's awesome." So, he probably has one on his sheet and I can just look at it.
He doesn't have that flintlock muzzle loader.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys get here. And the building is burned out. Like, it looks like a bomb hit it. Because you guys, when you left last time, I don't know if you remember, but you actually detonated the fuel supply that provides all the torches. And apparently whatever that shit is, it's really explosive. So this whole thing is just a burnt out husk. It's been out. It's been burned out for days and days and days now. And you guys are going to get there just in time to see Lila Sienna walking out from the front of the building. There's a small vehicle. It looks almost like a bike that she's ridden up here in. It does not look like it's something you'd want to drive in the snow, but odd little vehicle.
Holy shit, that thing.
That's crazy. It looks something from Inspector Gadget.
As soon
You
as
definitely don't want to get her to it.
So as soon as Homer sees her, he lays down on top of the snow and pulls his rifle off his shoulder and just lines up. And I just want to know if any of you are going to do anything, because Homer obviously intends just to blow her head off.
Ooh, can I line up too?
You can. Anyone else? I got anything?
Does anybody want to make sure that it's her, considering we just saw a bunch of doppelgangers earlier?
I can look at her through the scope.
I've got binoculars. Can I spot for him? I'm not seeing a lot of wind.
Yeah, you can absolutely. You want to give him a boost by being his spotter? Yeah, 110%. He's really going to appreciate that too.
I'm gonna line up my assault shotgun on the bike.
Okay, that you're not going to be able to hit it from this range. He rolled boxcars.
Okay.
Oh, go Homer.
He also has Slug 2 and Dexterity 1. So that's 15. And the weapon does 3d plus 3. So that's 8 plus 3 is 12 damage. Yeah, so he pulls the trigger. And her head just explodes.
Man, I love this guy.
And she flops to the ground, and he very quietly racks another round so his gun's ready, and puts another shot into her, and then racks another round and puts another shot into her, and then just kind of nods to himself and puts the rifle back on his shoulder, and he's like, all right, that's a pretty cool bike, let's go check that out. Like nothing happened.
Psycho killer.
Glad he's on our side.
Considering what that woman put him through, yeah. And the only check he failed in that other session was his sanity roll, so.
On a side note, before we started up the mountain, have we informed the town? Like, do they know what happened to their families and whatnot? Did we let them know?
Nope.
Oh, I don't think we
Okay.
did.
Was not talked about and was not specified in your shopping trip. Okay, so
I'm going to go check her out.
I was about to say, who wants to come down here and investigate? Okay, so
Yay!
I'm not going to make you roll for this, but as soon as you guys get close, Lila Sienna's head does have a significant amount of gore. There is also a Terminator-style skull underneath her skin, and a lot more electronics than blood.
No way.
Well, she was part of that
She was
Duchess
a
Mariana cult. Yeah.
high priest and the psycho techno lady.
To be clear, this is not a cybernetic enhancement. She was a robot.
Oh, shit.
Does Homer see that?
Yes.
All right.
He doesn't seem to know what to make of it, though.
I mean, are there... No, she's dead. I don't know. Hold on.
Check
Can
to
I
see
pull
if
any-
she's got a phone.
Yeah. Can we search her? I want to see what kind of electronics she has on her.
Okay. Yeah, you can absolutely search her body. Give me a perception roll.
That's an 11 plus 2, 13.
Okay. You find a cell phone. You find a subspace transceiver. It looks like it's a one-way IFF beacon. You find a bunch of cash, and you find a pretty fancy energy weapon pistol.
are you able to plug into her itself and the head itself and see if you got any video coverage or any information you could download from her?
No. Honestly, her tech level is even higher than you guys' tech level. Like, significantly. Like, she's a TL-15.
She's a robot. Like, yeah.
Can we take the head home with us?
Do you want to?
Do whatever you want.
I don't think
Well, I mean,
that's a smart
is
idea.
our adjutant going to be able to plug into this thing at all and get information from her?
So, since you're probably not familiar with tech levels, she is an insanely high, like, godly tech level. Compared to what you guys have, there is nothing you have that is going to be able to just plug into her and get information. It's not.
You mean even our adjutant that we have?
Yes.
Okay.
I was trying to be gentler about that, but yeah, we'll just be point blank about it. She is beyond what you have, and that is the whole point of finding this particular clue. You also need to write down that you found her cell phone and transceiver.
Yeah, I have that on my extra kit.
Yeah.
And a bunch of money. Got a Gauss pistol.
Well, don't write the Gauss pistol down because there's a card for it. I don't want there to suddenly be 2 Gauss pistols.
Can I check out this unicycle?
Yes, you can.
I'm going to look it over mechanically.
I was about to say, give me a mechanics roll, 4+.
I passed it with a 10.
There you go. Here's some stats for it.
Oh boy. You can use the manipulator arm to hold people up.
I mean, not like passenger style. That's not really what it is.
Yeah, no. Which can be seen holding up those defeated in battle. Yeah.
Side-mounted light autocannon. You said when we watched her come out of the building, or no? She just
She came out of what was left of the building. Like, she obviously had been, like, inside trying to... Well, you don't know what she was doing inside, but it's pretty obvious that she was investigating.
I would like to go into the remains and see if I can see, like, what and where she was looking for. See if maybe there's some more in there.
Roll and investigate roll.
Where's investigate on this thing? There it is. Nine.
Okay. She seemed very concerned with some of the stuff that was in the lab. You find a compartment in the lab workbench that you didn't find last time you were in here. And there's a vial inside of it that has been smashed in the explosion. Whatever was in it is completely destroyed, but it looks like the kind of thing that you would put some sort of bioweapon in.
Well, that's still fun. I'm going to collect what data I can on that, so like realize it's destroyed, but take a sample and see what kind of.
There's no sample to be had. The fire burned it all up.
Oh.
Which, metagame, is very fortunate for you. Because
sweet.
You'd be rolling a new character next session otherwise.
Oh, good for me. I'm going to take some pictures and carry on smartly.
Get outside, and even with his broken wrist, Taylor's like on this bike, like, I can ride this.
zipping around.
Does that thing have a wet bar?
It's making me wet, bro. I mean, what?
Got a entertainment system?
I believe it does have both of those things. It's got an ejection seat, entertainment system, and wet bar. Yeah.
Yeah, wet bar.
Can you pour a couple of drinks for Homer and I? We're
Hell
sitting
yeah.
over here looking at
It's-
this dead body.
It's got the glove box from the Archer spy car.
It's a big bottle of whiskey.
Yes.
Well, let's drink and celebrate killing this robot here. What do you guys make of this?
I mean, I've heard stories about robots wearing skin suits, and I didn't think that was like something that technologically could happen.
What system could she have come from? Like, it's got to be core, right?
This is more technology than the core has.
Homer's going to say, actually, it's not true. The very, very core, the very, very elite are TL15 and such, but the 90% rule is that they are not. Like, there's only 10% of the worlds that are that high. So it's not unheard of technology. It's just beyond the level of what you have immediately available to you. But Homer is going to look at it and, he's not as worldly as you guys, but he's like, the only things I can think of is it's either a new race or a really old race.
What are you're talking about? Like a sentient?
That would make something like this? I mean, I've not, Lucas says he's heard of, androids that are skin jobs. I've never seen any on this world, obviously, but he kind of waves, he kind of puts his hands around like, I mean, look at where we're at, and I was raised here. But it just strikes me as that, like, almost like they're outsiders who want to blend in. But then there's this whole cult thing. He's like, I don't know. I have no idea what the purpose of any of this could possibly be.
Lucas shoots her with the Gauss pistol once, and then takes a sip of whiskey. I think we killed it, though. No, you killed it.
Yeah, I didn't even get my shot off, Homer. You got it. You want to do that whole scene from Office Space where we just smash the printer right here? Die, motherfucker, die. You know what I'm talking about?
Nah, I'm good. He seems very zoned out. He's still got that medallion thing he found. He's like, I have to remember to take this back.
To the waitress.
To Portia.
Okay. Well, I guess we can go back to town. We'll make our way back to Layside, and we still, we promised to get you off this planet, Homer, so that's still going to happen.
I appreciate that. I am definitely ready to leave. If we want the bike, and when he says when we want the bike, he looks directly at Taylor. He's like, someone's going to have to ride it down the mountain pretty much at full tilt. That's the best way to get it past everyone. And then everyone else will have to go back on foot the old-fashioned way. No way any of us are getting on that thing.
Well, my arm hurts, so I jump on it. They'll save me the walk. I'll meet you guys back at the deli in Layside.
Okay. Grab your new statistic blocks and token. And Holmes has his new box. He got a new toy too. Cardboard box. I didn't know Homer was a cat. Or not Homer, I didn't know Holmes was a cat.
Holmes is such a good cat name, though.
It is, actually. Alright. So, do we want to go straight back to the warehouse and skip the scenes in the town, or do we want to do the scenes in the town? It's 11:41.
We were just gonna give back a token and get everybody get some hugs.
That's pretty much what's going to happen. I just wanted to know if you guys had anything special you wanted to say, because if Homer is left to his own devices, he's going to give that back to Portia. He's going to say there was a psychopath out there who was killing people. It wasn't actually the corporation. And I did lay him to rest. And she's going to get all teary-eyed. They're going to have a moment, and then he's going to walk out of the cafe and be like, I'm ready to leave. Is the abbreviated version of what happens there. Oh, and he's going to leave money for his mom, because he's going to be going away for a while.
Luca's gonna lean in and say, "Hey, brother, he can close the deal."
He didn't close the deal.
No, he totally boned that waitress.
Yeah. You think he closed the deal?
You couldn't, but you see how happy he was when he left that?
I didn't really want to close the deal, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that me neither.
Let's head back to the warehouse now.
You think there's still those cat things on our ship?
Yes, most definitely. I don't think they just go away. We're going to have to deal with those.
I brought them a box.
Oh, that makes me so happy. I don't know why.
That's an idea.
So you guys get back, and you've got your little warehouse hideout, and you've completed your mission. Do you report that you've completed your mission to your dead drop?
Yes.
Yes.
What
We're
do-
the A-team.
What does your report say?
The bare minimum.
I'm looking for wording.
Wording would be
Mission complete.
mission complete, successful, information gathered, done. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
I would not mention anything about the bunker.
All right. So, a couple days go by. Someone stops by with receipts that let you know that your local Iberti accounts, your UCI accounts for your local currency have each had a deposit of 10,000 credits. Technically, he didn't offer you any money to do this job. But you do get paid for these. And then he drops off a manila envelope and leaves. This is just some courier. You don't know who this guy is. He's just some courier.
I'll check out the envelope, though.
Okay. The envelope says your next task is on the world of Joyce. Please contact this communication satellite, and it has some technical details, some astrogation data of a satellite and a laser code when you arrive. And everybody,
Okay.
Sorry, where's our next mission?
Joyce, Jay, it's
Joyce.
here. I'll ping it on the map.
I'm writing it in notes.
Joyce. I have a hardest time pronouncing like 90% of these names. That's why I like to ping it on the map, so you can get your spelling right, and then later on when I can't pronounce it, you can be like, it's spelled like this.
Done that before.
Okay. As you guys go to sleep, everybody roll me a psi check, and yes, that's going to be at -3 for all of you.
Oh, so that's its own thing under intellect, and it's a -3 for everybody.
Yeah, unless you become psionic.
I got a rolled a 6, got a 3.
Okay.
Rolled an 8, got a 5.
Okay.
2.
4.
Okay. It's Thodubs. Thodubs, you have the weirdest dream. And when I say dream, it's vivid. And it's from multiple people's perspectives at the same time, which is super weird. And it's so when you guys were all working for the GIA together back during the pre-campaign, and you were all becoming agents and getting to know each other, there were several people who worked with you, including a support operative named Alan. This support operative named Alan, you can see him in this dream. You didn't know him very well. He's handling a container, a very familiar looking container. And as he's handling this container, turns around at you, and so Dubs, when I say you, when you look down at yourself, you are you. You are Aiden. And he looks surprised and shocked. And then there's a fight. He tries to pull his pistol. You pull your pistol. You shoot him. He dies. And then you wake up with a start as he dies. Like, you felt him die because you could feel from his perspective as well as yours. And as you bolt upright in your bed, the ship's cat, Samia, is purring and laying in your lap and looking at you with glowing purple eyes. And as you come fully awake, the purple glow in the cat's eyes fades back to his normal color, and then it hops up out of the bed and leaves. I hope you wrote all that down.
I am. What was the cat's name? I missed that.
Samia. S-A-M-I-A.
Copy. Okay. I did. I was taking notes on that, so.
And, rooster crows, proverbial morning comes around. You guys are all having breakfast. You gonna tell any of your buddies about this?
Oh, absolutely. Hey, guys, I had like the weirdest dream, or I don't know if it was a dream or it felt real. It was really odd, but I had a dream that, this is back when we were with the GIA, and there was this guy named Alan who was supporting us. And I remember he like turned around, looked at me, but he saw me. And we got into some kind of scuffle, and we pulled guns. And I ended up killing him. And just as I killed him, I woke up, and I actually felt. I can remember feeling him die. It was the weirdest thing. And then, of course, I wake up, and that cat Simia was with me and had these glowing purple eyes. It was the weirdest thing I think I've ever gone through. Does any of that make sense to any of you guys?
You did miss one detail, which is that he was standing next to, when he died, the exact same cargo container that the glass sparrow and everything came in, all your equipment.
Gotcha. Okay, I missed that.
Add that to your notes.
Oh man, that's strange. That's super weird. Shit. I don't know enough about these cats to really say anything, but that one can like teleport or blink around, which is really cool. So maybe there's some unknowable stuff with those things.
I mean, do you think that cat, maybe I was able to use its psionic ability, maybe to use it like some kind of really weird magic 8-ball or crystal ball or something like that?
So what, you actually kill Alan? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, in this dream, if you want to call it a dream, I killed him.
I wonder if we can get a message out and see what's going on.
And you said it was by the shipping container that we currently are using and where we got this stuff from?
Nope, yeah, you're right, it was.
So you think
Let's
the
go check
thing
it out.
we-
Is there a bullet hole in it?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, go check that out.
You think the thing we just did wasn't for the GIA?
What, with the USB?
Yeah. Like if Alan was supposed to deliver this to us instead of the guy that knew the codes.
Yeah, this was back when we worked for the GIA, so it passed, maybe?
Do you think this is a long time memory, not like it happened 5 minutes before now?
It felt like it just happened. Like it's really weird. It felt like I was just there and I opened my eyes and it was like it just happened at that moment in time.
Where's that cat?
If you guys are eating breakfast, it's almost certainly under the table, begging for bacon.
Hey cat, are you warning us?
Are you offering it bacon?
Always.
It's
I'll give that cat whatever it wants.
It's purring.
I mean, it always does that for bacon.
Mm-hmm.
I hold it up on my lap and I say, look him deep in the eyes. I say, are you trying to warn us? He just rubs my face and eats some bacon.
Wait, go ahead and give yourself one more side check. You might get a Hail Mary.
Seven minus 3, 4.
No. Just purrs. Licks your face a little.
You kitty cat. I mean, now are we...
Is it possible for him to use any luck on that?
No.
Okay, crap. I tried.
All right, so we've got to make it to Joyce now.
That's what this envelope says. It says our next mission is on Joyos. Beetlejuice? Joyous? Something like that. I don't know. It's concerning. Now I'm like, did we do the right thing? Are we working for the right people right now? Yeah, we don't know where this envelope came from.
We can always send a message back to our boss to let him know about everything's happened, including crazy techno cult robot thingy.
Does the envelope or anything have the call and response tags that it's supposed to have?
Yeah. And when you
Okay.
met Dexter, you did challenge him with the same call and response tags.
Oh, so it's Dexter. I thought you just said it was a courier that showed up.
No, it's not Dexter that showed up. It was just a courier. But the response can take written or verbal format.
Okay.
It is also
Roger.
the same series of phrases. So, like, the spoken phrase is the same as the written phrase. You guys established it early on. It's something like, Papa, can you hear me? And then there's a response.
Right.
And that's you guys' code side. It's also worth noting that, Holmes brings up a valid point. You guys haven't sent in a progress report since Acadie. And you sent that one by snail mail. It's probably been 3 months.
Yeah, Jones deserves another update. How long was the snail mail supposed to take to get to him?
About 3 months.
All right, now it's time. We should update him again.
Like, he's gotten that one, so we need to send him another one. You're going to also get a message from the Port Authority stating that your ship bay has been released from quarantine.
See,
Oh.
that's what giving a cat a box does.
Is that what you did?
Yeah, I'm sitting up here on the rafters with the cat in a box.
He's sitting up on the rafter with the cat in a box.
It's the Dr. Seuss book in here somewhere.
Also, Samia has become so attached to the crew that you realize that you're not leaving without this cat. And while it is kind of a subconscious thought, you guys have all come to like revelation that that cat's going with you.
Now we have a
Absolutely.
cat and a dog, which we haven't fed in a while. Just so everybody's aware, there's still a dog on our ship.
Yeah. Well, he's been pretty well taken care of by the Griffins.
And our little droid thingy on the ship.
Your steward droid. It's making the dog like 5-star meals.
I'm glad it's not Roombaing its poop around the ship. It doesn't realize that it's stuck to the bottom of its shoe.
So the steward droids are actually very intelligent.
I don't know why I just imagined C-3PO. Oh dear. Oh dear.
I mean, C-3PO is very intelligent. That doesn't mean that he's like wise.
Right. Oh, self-aware.
Yeah. Okay. Few minutes left. Any last minute requests?
We gotta fill up the ship. Do we need anybody else to come with us?
You're gonna need.
Homer.
I was about to say you got a new crew member, but you know, you also have to just so you guys are aware, you're gonna want to make sure that when you do get on the ship, that you have a crew member for each ship position that's required. So like, it's pilot, navigator. Let me get to the thing over here. It's pilot, astrogator, engineer, steward, and 4 gunners. So that's a total of 8 crew members. You need 8 crew members to run the ship at full efficiency.
We have 5.
That's not enough.
We got a cat and a dog. That's like another half of a person, right? And we had that other guy who was a pilot. He stole a ship.
It looks like the last crew were using droids to fill the gap. Since steward is one of the positions and you have a steward droid, it stands to reason that that position was being filled by the steward droid. You also have another droid on board the ship that you have never turned on since like the first episode.
What was it again?
That's
Pilot, astrogator, 4 gunners, a steward, mechanic.
Yep, so if you look at the stat sheet,
engineer.
it's on top right. It's pilot, astrogator, engineer, steward, and gunner. And I'd like to point out that if you're doing it properly, each player who fills a position, that is their position. It's not nebulous where someone just does that job. For example,
Right.
we've been saying for a while that Thodubs is your astrogator. So, like, Thodubs should be doing your astrogation.
Yeah, I'd like to be the gunner, please.
Do any of us have the gunner skill?
I have turret 1, but gunner 0.
What?
So I have turret 1, but gunner 0.
Where's your sheet?
Who's
Who's
got pilot?
Actually, me. That's the best thing I'm here for. That's what I'm all built around, is flying.
Okay,
Right, yeah.
so turret, so gunner and turret. Turret is a subset of gunner. So you have zeros in everything under gunner because you have the top skill is 0, and turret you have a 1 in. So turret is the skill you use for the starship guns. So you are a gunner.
But I'm also I'm the engineer. So I need to be an engineer.
All right, so who else do we have here? Homer. What's Homer good at?
Nothing on a starship. You can shoot a rifle like it's nobody's business.
Well, then he's gonna learn to shoot a turret
Okay.
like nobody's business. Because I think trying to get him to shoot something is probably easier to teach him than starship mechanics and engineering.
So you guys are gonna like in your jump time not only teach yourselves but try to teach Homer how to do things. He's gonna like that. He's gonna really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's give them a study period.
So, you don't have to finish figuring this out right this second. I just wanted to point out that, you needed to do this and that the last crew was using droids to fill the positions. So they didn't have a full crew of humans either. So they used droids to fill out the rest of the crew. Okay. That's going to be it for the session tonight. For those watching on the stream, thank you for stopping by, and we will be back to Delta Green next Saturday. Hopefully, see you all there.